now.
Welcome. We're live. A thing I was 100% prepared to do. Welcome everyone to the Q&A for Rat City by Night. I am once again locked in a room full of rats and one bat. Thank you everyone for showing up here tonight. This is going to be a chill, cool, low-key style hang. We received a bunch of questions from you all about things like rats and the cities they live in. So thank you for that. We're going to do our best. We're going to do our best here tonight. But first, I think it's high time we reacquainted you all with who the fuck is even in this fucking thing. So if this is then your first Game Master Monday mini-series, hi, I'm Grant. This is what I look like. I was your storyteller for Rat City by Night. I played almost all of the NPCs with 2.5 notable exceptions. And that one of those exceptions, the half, is our dramaturge, Rosie. Hey, Rosie, who are you?
Hello, I am Rosalie. You can call me Rosie or any other shortened version of it. I love nicknames. Make up whichever one you'd like. I'm here as a co-writer and dramaturge and the big rat that makes all the rules. Shout out to Dusty for sending me the link to this shirt. I'm sitting here going, okay, there was Jane. I don't even remember my own character's name from the prologue.
Oh, yeah. You were also the voice
and
of
then
the world
just
of
the world.
Rosie, briefly
is that equal 2.5? I don't know.
I guess with those two combined, Rosie can be considered one full NPC. We'll allow it. So I played everyone but 3.
Oh, that's right. Because we could say, okay, the rat detectives. I forgot those were technically NPCs.
That was what I was getting at. And then there's the people who actually played this fucking game. Hey, Jenna, who are you? Who did you play?
Hello, everybody. I am Jenna Daggers, and I played Carmela Gianna Lucali Lacerda.
I love the musicality.
Oh, it's been so long
name.
since I said that name. I miss it.
We're folks, feel free to play a game at home. Take your bets now. How long will it take for Jenna to accidentally slip back into the Carmela voice? Speaking of cool voices, we also have Gina here. Gina, who are you? Who did you play?
Oh, hey, it's me. I'm Gina. I played Pidge, who is definitely a rat and not a bat. A perfectly normal looking rat.
Some even have claimed her to be an angel. I've heard. I've seen, but this is an audio show.
Yeah.
Freddie, who are you? Who did you play?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Who are any of us, really?
Hey, I'm Freddie. I played good old Barry Sanderson, everyone's favorite old man.
We had a lot of interesting Barry questions, I gotta tell you all. And then, of course, we had our rat detectives. Kendo, who are you and who did you play?
Hi, everybody. My name is Kendrick or Kendo, whichever you prefer. I use any all pronouns. And I played Bellamy Rex.
Sorry, before the stream started, I was actually listening to Rat City again, and I listened to the second episode where you get in a huge fight with one of the rats, and I cannot remember what your real voice is, Kendo. So I'm glad you're back.
This is me. This is if you want me to do the Bellamy voice, you have to pay.
And Abby, who are you and who did you play?
Oh shit, that me. I'm Abby. I'm your local internet nerd, and I was none other than the #1 podcaster in Rat City, Peachy LaRue, and also now Fleabor.
Whoa.
By the way, spoilers for Rat City by Night, a 6-part miniseries from Game Master Monday. Find it wherever fine podcasts are found.
Yeah, I mean, if you're watching
spoilers.
the Q&A here tonight, it'd be kind of weird if you didn't at least have a passing familiarity with this thing. But hey, I don't know, maybe you're one of those people who opens Twitch and lets God decide what goes into their eyes tonight. So if that's you, God bless you. But we're going to be spoiling the entirety of our 6-part Vampire the Masquerade miniseries, Rat City by Night, starring all these lovely people. The one person we are missing here tonight, sadly, is Supriya, who played Anand, our other missing rat here, but she has answered the questions that were asked about her character. among other things. So she will be present in a more spectral white man version tonight. But he could not make it, unfortunately. So we will be sad, but we will continue on. I guess without further ado, I guess it's high time we just get into this fucking thing, shall we? So let's just ask the first one. Let's just ask a cool, regular ask everyone question. Get our brains going and spoil the whole fucking thing. We got a question for everyone. What was your favorite moment during Rat City by Night? This can be a scene that you were in or one you just got to bear witness to. I always feel funny answering this question as a storyteller because I feel like I shouldn't have a favorite, but we'll just kind of open forum that one if anyone wants to jump in on that. Everyone's pointing a gun at me already. This is unfair. It's been 2 minutes and I'm already being threatened. Fine, I'll pick a moment. God damn all of you. I mean, I have a few obvious ones. I'm a really big fan, of course, of the Pidge and Carmela confession scene, because it was the easiest one to edit. I think I messaged Gina and Jenna this at one point, but I told them, thank you. That was the easiest 5 minutes of the entire series. All I had to do was score it and nothing else. Shit, man. I like when Barry dies the first time. I love Abby's and as Peachy's recording her, documenting her transforming into a flea via lost tapes. I really like the part in part 5 when Bellamy is realizing how to shit everything has gone and it's just standing in the middle of a street like, fuck, everything's so bad. We've made everything so much worse. Just a cool series. I really like it a lot. Those are the ones just come into the front of my brain immediately. Oh, fuck. Anand in the basement before he cracks Tucker's neck. Shit. All my friends are so cool. Was that enough of me stalling? Rosie, what's your favorite?
Well, you named like half the series, so hang on. Let me try to think of something you didn't name. No, I think I'm just going to be repeating a lot of what you said because you named so many. But yeah, Barry's scene at the end of episode 1. I think I cried, if I remember correctly.
Everyone cried.
I think everyone cried at some point during episode 1. Yeah. You're a mastermind and I love you. Shut up. I will say also Peachy's cassette recordings of her progression as a Fleaborn. I have a lot of like audio clips that live in my brain rent free that I could just hear in my mind's ear, and Abby going, I fear I may be becoming a flea. It just lives rent-free in my mind's ear. Also, shout out to Carmela trying to attend family dinner.
Yes.
That was also fantastic. And I guess I just like the mom interactions, because also I really enjoyed Pidge seeing her mom as well. I'm gonna stop naming things so that I don't get dibs on everything before players get to do things. Show. Yeah.
I will say that I'm glad that of all the Peachy recordings, the one you get stuck in your head is just her transforming into a flea, because the one that keeps cycling in my brain is, I've counted all my nipples.
You gotta make sure you don't lose one. They fall off, roll into a sewer grate, an even tinier sewer grate into Flea City. Stay woke.
Stay woke. All right, someone else talk about a scene.
It was not included in the final recording, but it is. I think it just speaks a lot to Kendo's ability as a performer. It was after Peachy and Bellamy. I think it was either we had just left the vampire meeting or right after, and it just Kendo in that voice just goes, we gotta go to the cafe on 7th and Banana, and I just fucking lost it. Like, that lives in my head like every day. Like when I am navigating to work, I'm like, I gotta go on 7th and Banana.
I do quote 7th and Banana on a regular basis. If I have to name a street now, it's 7th and Banana.
It
He's a
just
really
In
good man.
any game.
Really good man.
like the delivery, the thought, it just seventh the banana. That's where
Can
my
I
heart
shout out
I
went.
the
don't think
blooper?
I don't think
Oh,
yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I actually made it all the way through to say it the first time. Actually, I think I had to retake it because I caught myself saying it and it was just so ridiculous at the time that it only made that I had to try again.
I almost pissed myself laughing. That's how good it was.
We had a few
I
questions
I
about if
constantly,
the
every time I remember rat drugs long.
Being able to sit in those recordings with y'all
Yeah.
and just sit there was chef's kiss.
Oh, that's true. So we used Jenna's Riverside to record the
Yeah.
whole series. So Jenna had to be there because we recorded all of the Rat
Had.
Detective episodes together.
Yeah, had.
So
my arm was bent and behind my back. Absolutely.
I begged
Yeah.
on hand
I
and
was
knee.
really strong armed into being there.
Can I just have one of my favorite moments be every scene with Bellamy and Peachy? Just every interaction. It's just
Truly.
pure gold.
Only if I could have my favorite scene be every scene with Carmela and Pidge.
Oh, I think that's a fair
Dang.
trade. I think that's a pretty fair trade.
You're gonna kill me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
For those watching the replay
Taz,
on YouTube,
uh,
Taz Venmoed Kendo $10 to do the Bellamy voice.
for the rest of the talkback, so you're just gonna have to deal.
I'm gonna piss live on camera. You can't do this to me.
I'm so glad to be back with my friends. But I agree, Gene. I really do love. I love the extra oomph those two added to like the series as a whole. Really fleshes the world out, and I got a lot of questions that were like, how much was planned with the Rat Detectives? How much was scripted since they weren't like playing the game? And I just gotta tell, barely any. we had
I'll talk about that a little bit.
yeah, go for it.
So what we did was we gave them a list of basically clues that they would discover and said, go ham. You're going to
fun.
find this roughly in this place in this order. Go for it. You're both GMs. You can narrate as much as little as you want. Grant is basically here to play as NPCs, but you get to set the scene. You get to decide how you find these things because obviously we don't have to make you roll for it. We know what we need you to find. I enjoyed making the list of people that you could interrogate. That was also a fun moment. We ended up going with just like one of them, which was the journalist that witnessed
Charles
Carmela and
Entertainment
Pidge.
Cheese.
Charles Entertainment Cheddar, thank you kindly. Charles Entertainment Cheese is his great-great-grandfather.
Right, of course.
And look where our improv took us all the way to seventh and banana.
Oh,
The
what is
way.
seventh and banana, and further, and further.
And further
And
we went to the
beyond.
greasy spoon.
Candelamy, what was your favorite part of the series?
Well, I guess my favorite part of the series actually wasn't something that was a part of the game, but recently I started watching The Sopranos, and I realized where Carmela's name came from, and that was just like a really cool moment for me.
So I combined as many Sopranos references as I possibly could, along with the classic vampire novel Carmilla, and I wanted to roll that all up into one for Carmella's name. So
And now look at you, giving everyone
look at us. Who would have thought?
gay thoughts.
Who would have thought?
Freddie, what was your
Mhm.
favorite scene?
Oh, I feel like part of this is that I've got like meme brain rot from what's been posted in our Rat City chat, but I very specific. It's like specifically the scene what like in the church where like Carm and Pidge are having like a romantic moment, and then meanwhile Barry and Anna are like, "There's a child in the basement. She's bleeding. I think we gotta kill her."
I should post that meme. in
That's one of my
public,
favorite
but
memes.
It's pretty good.
It's so funny.
Pretty good.
For those unaware who aren't in our group chat, I guess, shortly after episode 5 came out, or just before, I don't remember.
It was
when I was
before.
editing it for sure. I took that Wolverine meme where it's Cyclops and Jean Grey just macking it in the corner, and that's Carmen Pidge. And then when the pan out to Wolverine just frowning, it says Anand and Barry in the basement.
There's a young girl down here. We're gonna have to kill her. And they were both girls.
You make me feel
Yeah.
complete.
Can you please just say Yuri in that
Get in the
voice, please?
Waffle House. I'm
Yuri.
sending it to the spoilers channel of the Game Master Monday Discord. You're welcome.
Jenna, did we ask you yet? No, right?
No, but
Jenna,
to be
what's your
fair, I
favorite
had
part?
to retrieve my pasta.
Jenna's
Important
Carmen
things to
thing.
do.
It's very
Pampering out.
color-coded.
I was like,
Very
Pasta retrieval
colorful.
arc.
my favorite part was kind of like a behind the scene thing, which was making myself ugly cry at 10 a.m. on a Sunday before our recording while writing the love profession / confession to Pidge, where it's like, hey, I killed you, but it's cool because I love you, right? Which is
My normal
basically,
thing
like,
to say.
The
I
greatest
remember that so
part-
distinctly
Totally
because
normal things.
Jenna and I were the only two people in the entire group chat / cast / whatever you want to call it that were awake at that time. And so
Yeah,
it was,
and I was-
Jenna and I
and
were
I-
DMing each other.
I messaged like the group chat. I was like, "Hey guys, I think I fucked up," and I was like sitting there with like my tears. And I'm like sitting there ugly crying, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I fucked up." Whoops.
Yeah, so it's like 6 a.m. for
With my
Grant,
own
and me and
words.
Jenna are just blowing up the group chat.
I woke up and I thought something happened.
Yeah, me.
And something
I
did.
haven't.
It did.
You
Yeah.
just wouldn't know.
Second
until
love letter
later.
is at the group
My
chat.
other thing was a line that like came from me, and I have no idea where this came from. Where Carmela finally like stands up to her dad, where she's like, "I'm not, I'm not the machine. I'm not a cog in the machine. I am the fucking machine." And I was like, and I listened to that back. I was like, where the fuck did that come from?
Another
Damn,
moment we
girl,
memed in the group chat.
let's go.
I made a lot of memes during the course of this. And just speaking of that scene, real Gina, I know Jenna pre-wrote hers. Was yours like off? Like, did you write or do anything prep wise, or Rue's like, no, I'm just gonna go on mic and whatever happens, happens.
For the declaration of love. scene?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it with you, Kendo. No, I think almost all. I tend to black out when I record, so I don't really remember until I listen back to the thing. But no, that was from my little baddie heart.
Aw.
No.
Yeah, what I usually do for like scenes like that is I'll write a section and then I'll leave a bit to like just kind of shoot the shit, and then I'll
Yeah.
I'll write the intro and then like leave like a middle section and then like
Yeah.
go back.
I had a couple of notes because I had I was coming up with a list of pie flavors. So I had a bunch of pies in the chamber ready to go. And then I had a couple, like every now and then, if I was thinking of something, I would like jot down, like a sentence or two that I'd want to say to Carm. But for the most part, because I didn't know when it was going to happen or if it was even going to be able to happen. And so I kind of had like a gist of what I wanted to say, but then I completely forgot everything that I said and did for the entire. How long were we recording that episode? Like
That was a long one.
was
Episode
a long
five,
one.
That was
hour
a
is
two-parter
stopped in the middle.
recording. That's
Mhm.
something that I was telling somebody who had listened to the show that they were shocked about. We recorded episodes 1 through the first half of 5 with the main 4 cast, and then we recorded the entirety of the Rat Detective sections for all of those episodes in one sitting. And then we went back and recorded the second half of episode 5 plus all of episode 6 in one session with everybody.
A long time you locked in a room with rats.
and another rat.
And another rat.
I
saw you
had
No.
yourself.
Rat
And another rat.
and another rat
With
There's-
5 rats and also
One more
another rat.
and also one other rat.
5
Just a
rats.
baby,
and that
baby
6th
rat.
rat. A rat.
Baby, that's a
Also
rat.
the rat.
Got a stew going. Yeah, I mean, I think we could talk about just his favorite parts forever. I really just love the entirety of the series. I love all the references that are, oh my god, Zoop's answer. What am I fucking doing? Let me do that. Okay, so I was like, we could talk about this all night, so I will. Here's another one. Zoop's favorite moment in the series was not actually recorded. She says it's when I paused, looked at the rest of the cast, and said, I think Anand wants to break her neck and put her out of her misery. And that is where that thought ends. I did not smush two answers together. No, sir, not me. But yeah, I remember that moment very specifically because Zoop said it and we were about at time for where we needed to be in part 5. And then we were like, let's stop there. Hey, gang, are we all cool with us breaking a teenager's neck really quick? So, and then we deliberated for a few weeks.
I know Jenna had realized during the recording of episode 5, part 2, did anybody else realize as we were recording that that was not going to actually kill Tucker?
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
Mhm.
I just
Big brain.
forgot vampire rules. I was like, yeah, if you
Good.
that
was the
that
goal.
usually works. That usually works when you break someone's neck. That usually works. I'm sure that works here.
Well, it's great for this show because none of the rats know how being a vampire works. They're just like, yeah, in every other situation I possibly have known in my little life, this kill person. Which is why you get a little hand that pops out of the grave at the end of part 6, baby. On that lovely note, speaking of ripping Vampire the Masquerade to shreds to the point where you forget what game you're playing, hey, Rosie.
Hi.
So for those who don't know, this was the first Game Master Monday anything we did with a dramaturge. It's also the first thing Rosie has ever dramaturged. So we were treading new ground here in Rat City as a duo, as a team, and we got asked a little fun question for the two of us. How was the process of working together as GM and dramaturge? What went into casting, changing the system, world building, etc., as a duo?
So casting, Grant had the entire cast before I ever got involved. Grant had the entire cast before he had decided on the system, actually, if I remember
Insane
correctly.
I'm pretty sure I pitched it as a VTM series to y'all by the time, but Rosie
Okay,
did
I
help
think
me
it was the
narrow
same
down.
day that I told you this needs to be Vampire the Masquerade, and you said, okay, fine, it's Vampire the Masquerade, and then you messaged the entire cast and threw them in a group chat and said, look at the cast I got, and I said, holy shit, Grant.
Yeah, knowing the
That's a
system it was going to be
cast!
was a big kicker for who I was going to ask to play, right? Because part of what I do for casting is I'm always trying to make sure that I'm picking people who are right both for the concept but also for the system we're doing. So I wanted to get folks who at least had like a vague familiarity with it in Gina's case, and also make sure I got like, you know, role play heavy hitters, people who I know are going to be down to clown with the concept, who can tilt between silly and serious pretty efficiently. So and Jenna is here. No, I'm just kidding. No, Jenna literally came up with the idea of Rat City by Night. I gotta give Jenna her flowers on that one. This is very entirely literally her idea because we were shit posting in the Help Action Needed Discord, and we were just goofing around naming funny locations to put Vampire the Masquerade games, and this fucking gremlin goes Rat City by Night, and I hope to say more right now. And then a few DMs later, I was like, fuck, I think I have to do this.
Grant messaged me. I remember very distinctly. I was sitting at my desk at work, and Grant messaged me and said, okay, so at the time, you were looking at a theme of like Animal Instinct kind of stuff at the time. This
Yeah.
changed throughout the process. And you messaged me and you said, would Paint the Town Red work for this? I think Paint the Town Red is definitely suited better for this. And I said, I'm so sorry to tell you this, Grant, but that is literally what Vampire the Masquerade is built to do. It is not a good concept for Paint the Town Red, because Paint the Town Red, drinking blood, is an emotional and social need. And you wanted biological.
I did everything in my power to not run this system, but I wound up liking it in the end.
And then it took like a month or so before you were like, okay, you know what? Let's just get Rosie officially in on this.
Yeah, I was asking your opinion on so many things that at a certain point I was like, do you just want to fucking come on and like do some dramaturgical style stuff, and then we hashed out the deets, and then you joined the crew. So yeah, this cast is literally assembled because I needed people who could do both. I needed people who could hang with vampire and like systems. Freddie and Kendo are here because I got drunk in Gen Con and explained the whole idea of Rat City to them. Jenna's here for coming up with it. Gina's here because Gina and I've been trying to work together on something for what feels like a year and a half. And I was just like telling her about this concept, and she was like, put me in that immediately or we're not friends anymore.
That is exactly what I said. That's exactly correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Zoop is here because, Zoop is my co-GM on the podcast normally. And when I was talking about the system, and Zoop was like, can I please also do this? I was like, yeah, duh, obviously I need someone who understands mechanics like you do.
So for mechanics, for disassembling and reassembling the system, we knew from the get-go we didn't want to fuck with clans. We didn't want to and it was partially, I was like, oh, we could just reskin them. We could just say like the lore doesn't apply, but also this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity, Grantward. We could use this. And so I'm an insane person who always makes custom character sheets in Canva for everything I do. One sec. I need to grab.
There's an example.
Hello, everyone.
Please hold.
Example. This is the root DNA of all the Rat City by Night cheats, which is to say my Sanguine Scourge character sheet that I made for myself in Canva, and then I just copied and modified for Rat City. So what we did was we sat down and we had a meeting between me and Grant. I explained how the system works to Grant. We eliminated a number of skills that we felt would not be relevant to Rat City, not including politics, by the way. I said, we're probably getting rid of politics, right, Grant? And he said, absolutely not. Keep that. I have my reasons. And I said, okay, you gotta share them with me, though.
Ironically, a subplot that was not pursued by the cast at all. So
only because there was a restraining order against Peachy. Peachy wasn't allowed to pursue it.
I know she's hiding them. She's putting fleas in the water. I know it. She's turning the fleas straight.
Yeah, you're right. She is. I saw them do it. I saw the buckets.
They're putting chemicals in the water.
They're putting Bud Light and Dude Wipes in the water to turn the freaking fleas gay.
Yeah, I had a whole thing for the mayor,
so much,
but
you guys.
Alas.
But yeah, the world building was largely Grant going, Rosie, ask me a question. And something that I do very well, I like to think, if I may toot my own horn for a moment, is ask questions. It is something I have genuinely been complimented on when I'm in a session 0 as a player and I'm asking other players questions about their characters. I have been told, I'm like, oh no, I'm not the GM. I shouldn't be the one asking this, but I just want to know. And people are like, no, keep asking these. These are really good questions and you're helping me figure stuff out. And so I kind of just did that, but for the world instead of for the characters. Yeah, Grant?
Yeah, that's how we came up with the concept of the Rat Saints.
Yeah.
Because, I can't help but make a religion. So
you already knew you wanted a priest.
I did know, yeah. I came up with a few of the NPCs because I always do this for a mini series. I like to make anchor NPCs that I know are like the big players in the world that the real players will come in and fuck around with. And the 3 that we came up with were Matthias, Tucker, and the mayor. The mayor.
And actually, originally it was just Matthias and the mayor.
That's true. That's true. Tucker was a later addition to the trio. Yeah, Rosie is really good at prompting things out of you, and that helped inform a lot of what the city would be, what's there, what isn't there. But I also like to keep things like a little bit loose. If I tell a cast of talented improvisers it's basically New York, they're like, oh, okay, I speak this language. I know it's in a big city. I know what I can put in there. And that's how you get things like, the restaurant Carm sings at, the Mahjong club, the bakery, the watering can, So a lot of my world building style is like, yeah, I want to have specific buttons that can be pushed, but I also want to make sure the players are involved in what goes in it. So yeah, as far as working together, great. Rosie and I are really good friends.
Yeah, a lot of it was truly the way we brainstormed together anyway, whenever Grant comes to me with like a GMing idea or question that he's trying to flesh out. It was very largely the same. In the actual recordings, I will say, Grant constantly says that no, it wasn't that bad. We did kind of have to figure out like how to have me interrupt and make sure that we get a good cut point for Grant to cut me out. And y'all know there was one point where we just gave up on that, but
yeah, there's one moment where we just let Rosie go ham, and it's that part in part 5 where she explains stains.
Shout out to Excel, whose words I 100% stole.
What are we if not the culmination of the GMs who have GM'd us, right?
Oh, that's the other thing. I am now apparently known as like a huge Vampire the Masquerade person. This was the second Vampire the Masquerade game I've ever been involved with.
Wonder how that happened. It's not like you're constantly posting about it.
Guys, we finally rescheduled the finale of Sanguine Scourge. I'm very excited about it. We don't know when it'll air yet because we're pre-recording it now at this point. But yeah, anyway, this stream is not about that.
Speaking of that Bible you're holding there, Rosie, someone asked you what your favorite change you made to the game was for Rat City.
Okay. It's not technically a change. Here's my favorite thing I did. I offered the cast. So in traditional Vampire the Masquerade character creation, you must take 2 dots worth of flaws. I said you can take up to 3 dots worth of flaws, and for every dot of flaw you take, you can get another advantage, merit, background, whatever you want to call them. You can take flaws, you don't have to. Every freak in this room, almost every freak, not all of them, but most of them, and I think all of them considered it, took twice cursed. Because apparently if you could say you could take 2 Banes instead of 1 Bane, all of them are like, I don't even need the trade-off. I just want 2 of these. And I was like, y'all are
this
my
is
people.
the boon.
Oh, yes, a sword in which to stab myself with.
Yes. Otherwise, I think the silliest change we made was getting rid of drive, because Grant immediately made cars exist after getting rid of the drive skill.
Yeah. But okay, there
I'm
are
also
cars,
glad we
though.
didn't have cars though. Like I'm
Elaborate
glad
on
that
that.
like yeah, because like if we
Only the
all
mob
had
had cars.
personal cars, it would make like getting from like point A to point B a lot lower stakes.
Okay,
Like
but
we had
imagine
to
the
find
genius.
a way.
Imagine the comedy
get
if Barry was the only one who had any dots in drive. Just imagine it.
Barry,
See,
you know they
that
took your
would be
license.
funny if only one of us could have a car. I feel like it would be Barry.
It would be
And
And
better.
it's like the absolute like most rundown RC car.
It's a rat.
Some of
The
us have to
reliable
sit on
vehicle.
laps. Like
It would be so alarming, like the first time, like he gets behind the wheel, like it would, like he would like sit down and the wheel would like be here. He would be
Barry
like,
has a K
"All
car."
right, let's get going. Everybody buckle up. And then like you look back and there's no seatbelts.
Oh my god,
It
it's like
is
the
like,
70s. You
it is
just
like
gotta
a
go,
soft top Jeep RC car, yeah.
Baba,
like-
this is dental floss.
I was just about to say that there was just like loose dental floss in the back seat.
I was going to say overstretched rubber bands that don't have any more elasticity to them.
Oh, that's good.
Old
Yeah,
hair
that's
tie.
good.
That's also good.
I was also about to say hair tie. God,
Just
Freddie,
one
we're
scrunchie.
the more I hang out with Freddie, the more like we're the same guy in different fonts.
but I was gonna say I think that there's only one hair tie seatbelt, and it's the driver's seat. Like Barry
Yeah.
has splurged for his own,
Yeah.
and that's it.
There's a really sad joke about him caring for his own safety.
No,
here,
I
but
would
we're not gonna get
imagine
into that.
that it would be where your like grandkids sit.
Yeah,
So it would be
yeah.
like only the back.
You
seat.
have
So, like, you just-
a federally compliant car seat for sure.
It's definitely a car seat.
Fun to think about a federal
I feel
rat
like there's a- I
government
feel like-
establishing safety laws for their little RC cars.
We've lost the plot. Let's recenter here. My favorite change I made was probably letting people pick their own banes. And clan compulsions. I thought that was very fun seeing how people mixed and matched them. I
Mhm.
love how these freaks all wanted multiple because they just couldn't choose, and everybody wanted effective empathy. Was a big
Empathizing.
agonizing empathy.
Agonizing.
Agonizing empathy. Everybody wanted that one, and that was
Not
very
me.
fun.
Not
Oh,
Carm.
Oh
like,
no,
"Fucking
but you
me."
had my
I was like,
favorite
"Get that shit
combo.
away."
You did have my favorite combo though. And you were also the only one who I think we put one of the unique what were previously clan compulsions into play. You were the only one who actually was subject to one of those, which was very fun. What was the
What
rest
was
of the
it? I
question?
don't remember.
It was the Daredevil one, the one that's traditionally
that's right.
associated with the Ravnos, where it's you just have to take the riskiest possible version of the way to accomplish this, and that was
Yeah,
very
which I
fun
did
for
do.
Carmilla.
Which I
Yeah.
did do in the journalist scene.
And that resulted in us making a luck roll for whether the journalist office was truly empty, or like we joked about it being a janitor, but I was like, this is literally a newspaper office. We can't make it a janitor. We can't make it a janitor.
It's
It has to
definitely
be
not-
another
it's- yeah.
journalist.
I imagine it was not a very clean office. Like,
It's funny that we just had Jenna lose a luck roll off camera.
The rat economy is in
Fucking
shambles.
bullshit.
I
I
tried
think
to
it
find
had
there
her
was another
lose
part
as
to
if
the
we like
question, 'cause this was a
conspired in an
multi-part
alley to be
question.
like, so Jenna has
Yeah.
to fail this, right? We did roll for it, but it just wasn't documented is all. So I'm gonna keep us moving off this question here just to keep the
Oh, yeah.
the
Go
thing
back and
rolling.
change if I could was the last part of this. I would not have allowed them to declare how much they wanted to drink the first time they hunted,
yeah.
because they don't know how much it would take to not be hunky.
But oh well. You know. Yeah, I mean when you're goofing around with Vampire the Masquerade and we took so much out and we made the character creation so buffet style. Listen, some things we just had to find our footing on, and we did, and I'm happy about it. I think that's enough of us yapping. I'm gonna just throw one more out here. Oh no, I covered it. Good job, me. I'm like literally parsing through questions here. I'll address this one really quick, just because I know the GMM book club's out there. But question for me was, what were some of the inspirations for the city? And I mention a lot that for this series, Jenna shit posting is the inspiration for it. B, I don't know, like there was this weird little influx there in the late 80s, early 90s of those really great movies about mice and rats coming out, all of which I was obsessed with as a kid. So this is a lot of Great Mouse Detective. It's a lot of Secret of Nim. The Rescuers, a big one in there. To a lesser extent, The Rescuers Down Under. The weirdest pitch for a Disney sequel. Like, hey, what about this movie from 25 years ago? We make a sequel to it. It's in Australia for no particular reason. But The Rescuers, I will give credit for giving me the idea of like a functioning rat government, because my favorite scene in The Rescuers is when there's a rat United Nations. It's just a whole song, all of these mice dressed in what I'm sure is now stereotypical garments for the various cultures they're in, all singing about how great the UN is and their little like team of international like rescuers that go out and help people. And I'm like, that's a very funny thing for mice to have. I think Rat City has a government. So if you watch those three movies, you can probably pick out what I stole.
Do you want to
for
tell
those.
everybody the name of the mayor that never made it on screen?
Oh, she appears briefly at the beginning of part 4, but that is her name. Her last name is Brisby, Beverly Brisby. Of course, named after Mrs. Brisby from The Secret of Nim. Yeah, had a whole thing planned for her. There's like a whole government corruption thing. There is going to be a thing.
She had
with
a
the
stat
plague
block.
rats. She had a stat block and everything. But yeah, no, the PC rats were like, hey, government's doing a shutdown against us. Kill her. And then the rat detectives were like, well, she can't go in there, so we can't go there either. So yeah, she just never panned out, which wound up being a blessing in disguise, because they were so uninterested in what the mayor was doing. It gave us permission to create Alimanas, which is just a stupid pun. Alimanas is literally, if you pronounce it correctly, Alimañas is the Spanish word for vermin.
Ollie kind of somewhat existed before that.
Yeah, but we didn't have like a name. She was kind of like
Yeah.
nebulous. It's like a Tucker backstory thing. We just pulled it to the forefront.
I have so many emotions that the world will never know.
We'll talk about Tucker in a bit, I'm sure. But yeah, those are some of the inspirations as far as movies go. If you want like a book to read, I like The Boy Detective Fails a lot for the detective scenes. There's a bit of like oh wow, Slaughterhouse-Five a little bit in the writing of this sort of dealio for all my Kurt Vonnegut fans out there. So yeah, there's a lot of different things that went into it, but the main thing that I was really just excited about doing was creating a Vampire the Masquerade game that didn't have the Masquerade. I'm a big fan of taking a well-known and beloved system and putting a what-if statement on it. Like, what if Vampire the Masquerade involved a clan of vampires who did not know what the fuck was going on with them, where vampirism is a completely new thing. They don't know to hide it. They don't have a whatever. I only can think of Volturi from Twilight. They don't have a thing like that guiding them.
Oh my god, there's just a
You're
rat out
thinking
there
of the
named
Camarilla.
Resume.
Yeah,
You're
there's
thinking
no,
of the Camarilla.
correct. There's no Camarilla. There's only a Carmella. You know, that kind of deal. So
Yeah.
just trying to figure it out. And I always build my mini series around a single word. This one was vermin. Trying to get to the heart of like why we tell vampire stories in the first place. And the question of like, what if you're an outcast in a city of outcasts is the thing that keeps coming up in this one for me. So yeah, if you want to run your own rat cities out there, hit Rosie up for the character sheet. She will not stop thinking about it.
I think we can. I was going to mention this beforehand. I think we could say there is more Rat City to come, just not mini-series, not podcast.
Whatever that could mean.
Not unless I have anything to say about it until I annoy Grant until he says yes.
Jen has been pointing a gun at me for a month.
It's true.
Rosie's
We don't
been
have to
pointing
point a gun at
me.
him. He's given permission for anybody.
Is this
Hey,
solution?
you
Maybe.
also don't need my permission to run Rat City, baby. You could just go out and say, I want to run a Rat City game. I posted the character creation guidelines if you want to use them, but you can also just chuck those out the window and make your own Rat City. You could do
Yeah.
that.
All you need
You
to
could do
know
Rat
about
City
Rat City
with a
by
system
Night.
that's not vampire.
Yeah, just make all the Vampire the Masquerade skills buffet styles. Don't worry about clans. And all you gotta really know is there's a pie shop with an eternal
rule.
bat.
We do have one
And
rule.
listen,
What's
All
one
the rats
rule?
have to be hot.
Your rat has to
Mhm.
be
Rats
hot.
have to
That
be
is a
hot.
rule.
Yeah. I'm waiting
Yeah.
for the Rattling the Dreaming game that Abby certainly will run someday, I'm sure.
Every day I wake up and a new autism touches the beacon. Rosie, you don't know what you just did. I'm gonna write that shit.
Good.
Not a new
Except it would be
autism.
mice, the dreaming, I think. Because rats, they're great socially. They don't like rip each other apart.
Mm.
I briefly rescued a mouse. His name was Pepperjack. He's a very sweet little boy. Rest in peace. But I could not keep him with other mice because he was either going to impregnate them or if they had balls, he was going to rip them from scrotum to neck.
Is that what
Mice are
Chains is
fucking-
about?
No, well, Changeling is about, fighting the mundanity of adult life. And I think for mice who are a very warlike people and the closest thing we have to the destruction that humanity is capable of, I think Mice the Dreaming would be perfect. But that's my little soapbox, so.
Print it.
Essentially, what I'm encouraging you to take the World of Darkness games, pick an animal, and just go fucking nuts. Fuck
Where's
those guys.
Capybara the Apocalypse?
Werewolf is already in it. Anyway, I hope that answers all your cool, hot world building questions. Those are the ones I picked for this one to cover all of our bases. Let's go back to the rats. I want to throw. Let's go to Jenna. Jenna, I've got a question here for you. Carmella's family was very important to her. What made her want to turn on her dad in the finale?
Yeah, who cyberbullied me? I love this question.
They didn't include a name.
So fair and valid. So the concept of family is obviously very, very important to Carmella. And if you listen back to episode 1, that bitch ass priest Rathias actually asked
Fuck Rathias, all my
Carmella
homies.
to kind of redefine her concept of family, and she does that throughout the series. And by the end, I think she has thoroughly done that with her newfound family of the cast that we see here today. And I think she finally has realized, oh, you know, and when she does get that answer, you know, family is who you share recipes with. Like, she realized, I mean, to make it a little lighthearted, she would share recipes with every single person in that church right there. Even, you know, even that the rat detectives.
Yeah.
Detectives. I was trying
A
to make a
detective.
little, yeah. Who like just came barreling in, even though like she just met them. Like maybe down the line they would enter the family too. But she found strength in that moment because she was listening to her father's plan, and she was like, "This is not fucking good." And she knew she was going to lose everything that meant something to her before, but that wasn't everything that meant something to her in that moment, because she just found everything, and that everything was more to her in that moment. And I think with Pidge, she really could do anything, so she had the strength that she needed to.
Well, I think that's a beautiful transition into a question that you and Gina got, and quite frankly, a comment we get a lot as the hallmark for a lot of people for the series. So let's just talk about that whole moment. Gina and Jenna, how did you two find room to tell such a great love story in between all the vampire shit, and how much did you plan? I do want to throw in my own little editorial thing here on this one, that Gina and Jenna from the get-go wanted to do something like that, and I had been worried for weeks after recording that, you know, I was like, gosh, I sure hope that moment feels earned. I sure hope people don't feel like we're ham-fisting this, or that it's but immediately in episode 1, the minute those two shared a conversation, clocked. Everyone was in on, oh, they're in love. They're unquestionably in love with each other. I was like, thank Christ. So I'll let you two describe how you weave such a lovely sapphic tale between a rat and a bat.
I have a little behind the scenes what could have been that I would love to mention as well in this conversation, but I want you guys to talk
Haunting.
about what actually happened first.
A haunting thing to say.
Well, I'll just say that it is incredibly easy to tell a love story with a wonderful scene partner and storyteller partner like Jenna. This my sweet babies of Pidge and Carm, I think they just sort of came together in such a sweet and natural way. Like, we had a Rats with Wings chat on the side where we were starting to talk about all the things that they would do together, and sort of the backstory for Pidge is that she used to work at the club, and she was a terrible waitress, and she was dropping things left and right. She couldn't keep up, and Carm was always a major supporter of her, and helped her to find the courage to start her own bakery. And I think it's just one of those types of relationships where you look at the two of them and what they've been through, and you just think, how could they not fall in love with each other?
And I'm a big fan of show don't tell when it comes to my characters, and I tried doing little things in the episodes before the big scene. So when there was danger, I tried narrating little, like, very, very little things, like Carmella placing herself in between Pidge and the danger. So just little things like that, where to most people they probably didn't notice it, but when you if you ever listen to Rat City in one sitting, like a damn maniac, you might be able to pick up on it.
All 12 hours of it.
Yeah. Or if you go on a road trip and you listen to it in like a really long sitting, you might be able to pick up on it. But it is like kind of subtle, like subtly sprinkled in there. But yeah, from the get-go, I knew I kind of wanted to go down that route, and I wanted to make sure, of course, like Gina was okay with it. And I'm so happy that we did, because it did feel earned, and it was a tumultuous ride, because like there was that terrible moment in the first scene, and I am so happy that we did go with the route of Carmella killing Pidge, because
It's the only way. It's the only way.
Yeah, because it honestly, like, this is gonna sound so fucking awful, but like it made like that final scene feel so much more earned, because like Carmella was like, hey, I gotta fucking tell you something. And it's like, there's a big old doozy of hey, I killed you.
Whoops.
My bad.
Whoopsie.
But hey, here's the reason why. And so, but we did do a lot of talks about that. So there was like the broad strokes plan, but we also went into like their entire backstory, and I am obsessed with them, and I will be talking about them for years to come. And they have a big old real estate in my heart.
Big old pie shop safe real estate. I will say, Gina from the get-go in our Rat City group chat was like, would anyone like our characters to be connected? And Jenna was like, just immediately. like a bullet from a magic gun.
Yeah, I like reacted with the eyes, and I was like, eyes.
Hello.
Eyes.
Yeah, I really love those two. I think it's become one of the like the hallmarks of the series is their relationship, which I think kind of like permeates through the series as a whole, because there's a lot of Vampire the Masquerade shows, and this is the correct way to do it. This is not me bashing for any. The game is designed to do this. The game is designed to indulge your baser instincts, to be an exercise in how far does one have to be pushed until they start succumbing to their dark sides. There's a literal like humanity tracker in the game, which we affectionately referred to as Ratitude in our series. And you know, that element of Vampire the Masquerade we didn't get to harp on very often, because in being new to this plague or this fleedom, whatever you wanted to call it, whatever sect you fell into during the series, the thing that kept coming out of every character was wanting to take care of each other and get through it together and be kind to each other, which is such a weird breath of fresh air for this type of game. It's wrong. It's not how you're supposed to play the game, but nothing we did is how you're supposed to play this game.
No, yeah, like
me behind the scenes of every single Rat City episode. We need to make them hungrier. Grant, they need ask them for another ration if they're not hungry enough.
Hunger is such a massive part, because vampires aren't social animals. They are solo predators. It's like a city full of stray cats living together.
That's my
trying
one
to claw each
regret.
other.
That's my one regret. No, not lying about my hunger rolls.
Jenna's dice really wanted her to be fully satiated, no issues at all the entire series.
And I kept forgetting I could just lie about my dice rolls. And then there was like in the last episode, I was like, I could just lie, and then proceeds to not lie about any of my hunger rolls.
Yeah, there's a moment. I'm pretty
we
sure it's
repeatedly gave Jenna permission to lie.
There was a moment we had to just talk to Jenna in the moment. Like, you were allowed to lie, and just because a character says you can't do something doesn't mean you can't do it. Like, please break. Like, if a character tells you something that is not gospel, you are allowed to be bad. But yeah, I really appreciate those two, and really the team as a whole, which will bring me to Barry Sunderson, another big hallmark. Did you want to share your little fucked up thing that you were hoping they would do?
Okay, well, they also wanted to do it in my defense. In my defense, they did want to play with the blood bond system.
That was floated for episode 2.
When we
Yeah,
did get the Queen White at
proposition.
Tishinjiwo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just never happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Which is
would have
fine,
done
you know.
that for sure.
Yeah.
The
This was
second word
time.
in actual play is play. And I think sometimes you can have an idea for something you think. For those who aren't in the know, there was a little fucked up pitch that in some capacity, Pidge and Karm would feed off each other throughout the course of the series. Didn't.
Yuri leeches? We could have had Yuri leeches?
Only if the second time they fed, so the first time Karm fed happened in episode 1, obviously. But if the second time Karm fed was also on Pidge, we were gonna go like full like you only feed on other vampires.
Was
And
that
that
a
was
conscious
gonna
choice
cause
between you two to change
issues.
that idea, or was it just like you got in the moment and you were like, whatever?
Yeah. We
Cool.
just kind of, I don't know.
You
Why
got really
didn't we do
excited
that?
about the idea.
Why
of
didn't we
food
do that,
blogger.
Gina?
I think
Yeah,
we
also,
were just
yeah,
waiting.
I was
for
like,
it
I
to
wanted
feel
to kill
natural.
that journalist. I wanted
Yeah.
to kill that journalist so bad. I was like, he disrespected my bat.
That
girlfriend.
journalist you invented out of thin
Jenna
air.
fully made this journalist up out of thin air in the middle of recording.
All my
That's
homies hate
improv,
that,
baby.
that
Okay,
journalist.
not to choose a favorite child, but my favorite child is next. Go ask Freddie his question now, Grant.
I did want Gina to finish her thought. You're waiting for it
so-
to feel
so-
Oh, I
natural.
was. Yeah, I think we were just waiting for it to feel natural. Like if there was a moment, I don't think we didn't want to force it, and so the moment just
Yeah.
never really came up, and so we just kind of moved past it.
I think
What
it
we
worked for
could
the
have
better.
had.
Truly, I think it worked out for the better because it let us theme the show differently. But that doesn't mean there weren't things that made us sad, which brings me back to Barry. Barry, a question that I've kind of fused into one Franken question here for you.
Sure.
Basically, here, why do I have this question in twice? Where's my cool Barry question? There you are. How did you get in the mindset of someone who knows they're supposed to be dead and wants to be dead, and then compartmentalize with you did a beautiful job with it?
Sure. I think that it was Barry wanting to be dead was like one of the first things we came up with about this character. It's a screen cap of a chat that Rosie sends a lot. Where it was like you'll find it. I don't remember the exact quote, but like you asked me a question about like would you be okay with Barry dying in the church or something like that? I was like, I just went off for a little while in a paragraph that essentially sums up with boy would I. But
A dramatic reading. Freddie, how do you feel about Barry being about to die of old age at the Rathedral when the bitey bite happens? This is exactly how I phrased it. Quote, Frederick Powers. How do I feel about a man at the end of his life who has made his peace with the world and wrapped up all remaining loose ends and is ready to see his parents and maybe his partner again, who has lived a full life and is content with the legacy he's leaving behind, only to find the light at the end of the tunnel blacked out and himself burdened with another lifetime he didn't ask for? Buddy, I feel great.
And I did.
Freddie
I felt
Powers,
great.
everybody.
But I think that like in terms of playing it, the focus is less on like, oh, I want to die, like that's my goal, and more of like I'm tired. And I've done everything that I came here to do. Where it's like my equivalent of like Barry's little clock shop is just like this little table over here where I do Warhammer stuff. And it's like the same feeling of like, oh, it's like I finished a model or I finished like a project or whatever I'm trying to do. I looked over, whoops, it's like 3 a.m. I'm exhausted, but I'm proud of what I've done. Time to go to bed. And then like I get in bed and then one of my fuck ass cats comes and like gets up in my face and just like keeps me awake immediately. And it's like, hey, it's just, I think a lot of like the like positioning for the voice is literally just like big deep breath into a sigh and then being like, hey, We really did everything here that was supposed to happen. So if we can just wrap this up right quick and we can all move on, and I really want to go to sleep. I'm really tired. I've had enough. Can I go? And it's like just a lot of that of just like I think it's mainly just like the focus on like I'm satisfied. I'm done. Give me a break, man.
I had this whole planned out, and now I'm here. There's this really great moment in the second episode when Barry first wakes up because he kicks off the episode where he's just like upset. Like he's just explaining to his pastor, basically, like this was not supposed to happen. I came and I fulfilled my duty and I was content. And now there's this whole other thing that I didn't ask for. And that element of it is what kept staying with me because the whole series, Matthias is calling it a gift. And you're like, no, this fucking sucks. I did not ask for this. You have burdened me with something that is now my responsibility. And I have new rules that I have to follow. And I've already lived this long doing something else. And it just really top notch shit, man.
Yeah, I think one of like Barry's big things is like how like meticulous he is, and like he went through all this planning, he went through this whole process, he had everything like literally like he lines up everything on a row like on top of the piano before like his last scene, and he's like he has all of his things in a row, and then his little like ribbon on it just gets like yanked open and pulled apart, and he's like, man, it's the second time's never going to be as good at this. Like I had it in one.
It's a character that could easily fall into parody, and you just didn't let it. But that doesn't mean Barry isn't funny. That doesn't mean Barry doesn't have these funny little grandpa moments.
Gina mentioned that she had like some notes of like listing like a bunch of pie flavors so that she could have them at the ready, or like other things that she wanted to be able to call back to later. And I had a similar document of notes where it was one just like me, because in improv, in D&D or in tabletop games, my one thing is callbacks. I love putting something away and then pulling it back out when it hurts the most. But the other thing that was on that sheet was just quotes from Muppets Christmas Carol, because that was his saint. So I was like, what Muppet Christmas Carol quotes sound like gospel if I take them out of context enough?
Yeah.
Don't ask me to explain what light the lamp, not the rat means.
There's that one. God bless my little broken body.
Yeah.
Or God save my little broken body is a great one. I love you, Saint Rizzo. That's the epitome of Rat City to me, is just stupid fucking nonsense that is taken with the utmost seriousness. Like idolizing a rat puppet, essentially. Excuse me, a Muppet. I know some people are
they are different.
They are different. I'm a believer, I swear. And just treating it like deity, like we've been playing like 10,000 years of telephone to get to this point. Just some of my favorite stuff. Keeping the spotlight on you, because a question was asked of both you and Zoop. I'll give the Zoop answer while you mull yours over, but Anand and Barry, your characters had an NPC in common. Did you two decide that ahead of time? And how do you think your characters met? So I'll give the Zoop answer to this really quick, because she said, I wanted to have a connection to Barry specifically. I knew I wanted Anand to be part of his Mahjong club, but how to get Anand there? Well, maybe Barry's partner invited Anand, but how does Anand know Barry's partner? The partner has to be older. Oh, they could be his advisor. So then I contacted Freddie and asked if he was cool with a husband who taught at the university, and it went from there. So it sounds like Zoop spearheaded a lot of the premise here.
I mean, that's pretty much it. Like that's the whole process summed up.
I helped coordinate. This idea came up when I was helping Zoop with character creation in a call one-on-one with her. And she was like, does Barry's character have like, does he have a husband? And I was like, we could ask. And she was like, oh, okay, can we ask? I was like, yeah, I'm asking right now. And Freddie was like, yeah. And so it happened.
Here we are.
It was I didn't have a husband planned at the beginning. Because like if you remember in Rosie's dramatic reading, there was the bit of like maybe like Barry's getting to see his partner again for the first time. Like at that point I wasn't sure if like his partner was dead and
In
he
their
was,
afterlife.
Like,
Sorry, it's been such a long time since we did one of those. I had to.
damn.
Right, everyone pointed at Rosie.
But then Zoop suggested it, and I was like, hell yeah, let's fucking do something. Let's put these rats in a room.
Let's stuff these rats in a sock and shake it. Yeah, I know Zoop was particularly excited to want to work closer with Freddie and tie her character to Barry. So in true Zoop fashion, found a solution before there was a problem and got Freddie on board with it. And yeah, you get a really cool friendship with those two that ends with them killing a girl in the basement.
It's
As
like
we do.
It's not a like Walter White, Jesse Pinkman thing, but like if someone wanted to draw that fan art, you go ahead.
I would love that personally. Just please just put Barry in the hat. It's all I ask. Moving on to our rat detectives here briefly. I have other questions for the other rats, but I haven't heard Kendo's beautiful voice in a minute. So I wanted to just go ahead and ask. This is something that we heard a lot throughout the course of the series. So I'm just going to ask it for both of you. When are we getting the supernatural inspired Peachy and Bellamy side series?
Okay, which one of us is going to super hell, Kendo? Me or you?
To super hell?
You gotta be gay to go there, so
I don't. I mean, I hope I'm not going to hell. I might be going to super hell. That would suck.
I want to say it's Peachy.
I
but-
think it might. Between the two of us, you're the one who's the flea. So
That's
like,
true.
and like
Oh, man,
I don't
it's gonna
want to.
be-
And I don't want to be. I don't know if that's prejudice against fleas or anything.
And hairless rats. Look, her little pink. She's just gonna squelch up to you one day, and it's gonna be just like November 5th, 2020. And she's gonna go, "I love you," and then Bellamy's just gonna go, "You can't say that, Pizzy," and then she's gonna go right to hell.
Right the hell. And it's sad, it's sad really, but what else are you gonna do? I'm not telling Rat God that
That
You
is
can't
judgment.
engage
okay,
Right.
okay. World building consistency. There is no rat god.
okay, there's more than just
It's
one
also not a
religion in
super
the
hell,
world.
but here we are.
Okay, I'm sorry that you
Also-
only prescribe to your specific
I don't know if
religious
rat
belief.
pyres have souls.
I was going to ask,
You
does
know,
Peachy
I
have a
don't-
soul?
That's a great question.
We gotta ask the Pope that. Hey, Leo, my boy. The next one. Wait, you're from
Do
Chicago.
rats have
I'm so
souls?
sorry.
No, so the question is, sorry, this
we
is
have
like
a
actual
rat?
World of Darkness stuff because vampires in World of Darkness do not have souls.
No, yeah, their
So
rates
do
have already
rat
gone to hell.
pyres have souls?
I guess the harder question for you theological heads out there, because this is a debated topic in theological circles, did rats have souls to begin with? Furthermore, do bats have souls? Anyway,
Ours do.
Yes.
Why does human religion have to determine our religion?
that is actually a fun.
we're
Rat
rat-
legend.
I just
We're
had a brain
rats.
blast.
We
Oh
have
my
our
god.
own mythologies.
Yeah, truly. Yeah, that's the crux of it. So, like the rat saints, if we're gonna get into the weeds of it, is basically, this is ironic, right? We call them saints in the series because I think it's funny, but it's really more inspired off of Jewish mythology than anything else. The saints are inspired by rats, both real and fictional, who did something extraordinary. So it's like a little bit of like how you canonize a saint in Catholicism, and it's a little bit of like, you know, the menorah kept the oil going for 8 days type of shit.
I will
right?
say it's more of a convergent evolution thing because we did write all of the Rat Saint stuff and then realized that it was
Yeah.
super similar.
Once it clicked in my brain, it really helped the writing process of what was going on there.
Hey,
you
I
know?
accidentally invented Blood Mormons in my D&D game with Hoolings. It happens. Sometimes, like, we sat down and I'm like, shit, I made Mormons, didn't I? But to, like, answer the serious question, I had a little bit of a brain blast moment. I think we need to play Rat. God damn it, I forgot Wraith. What's Wraith's little thing? Wraith the blank. But we need to play Wraith with rats. But with ghosts. I maybe Peachy becomes a ghost and like she's a puppeteer. Oh my god.
It's the Oblivion, by the way. I googled it.
Rat the Oblivion. We need that now. That's the mini series. I make my pitch.
Somebody send me a PDF.
Let me open up my folder that's called TPRPG Thangs.
Hey, that's what mine's called.
Yeah.
I guess the underlying question of when do we get a spin-off series of these two is so many people, the cast included, when given a chance to say what was your favorite part, so many people, like the rat detectives are our favorite part. Like so many people love that relationship, which is both it's like a double-edged sword as a game master, because like, yeah, cool, of course, if you put two of your most talented improviser friends in a room and just let them go for a while, they're gonna make something great. And also like, damn, I don't even need a game. what am I doing here? Just playing rats with Brooklyn accents. So I wanted to include this question because people want more of this, and truly I could just make a whole Columbo ass miniseries. It's just 100 episodes of Bellamy and Peachy solving crimes before she gets turned into a flea. And people would be very happy, myself included. So this is just mostly me commending you two on a job well done for giving
Thank you.
almost nothing to go off of besides a loose PDF. Like, here's some clues.
I'm going.
I have a question.
I didn't read those until we were recording. So
See?
What?
I was just.
What is oh god, this is so dark. I'm so sorry. Does Bellamy have a do not flee order for the end of his life?
Is that common practice in our
I don't know.
in our city? I
will say no.
No, okay, then
Like,
probably not.
here's the thing,
Like,
that's
I don't think
very,
that's a
very
thing that
short
happens.
lifespans. And if Bellamy and Peachy are hanging out, Bellamy's gonna get real old real fast.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna die. Yeah, no, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Lucky.
You know what?
What's
To make
Peachy
that
gonna
even
do
Yeah,
darker,
fuck
that?
you. That's,
you know what?
look.
Peachy's gonna take a long walk in the sun. That's what she's gonna do.
Oh, it's gonna be
Damn.
like the end of Midnight Mass.
Yeah, you know what? Like we'll be sitting on the bench. He goes. Peachy just burns in the sun. Exactly.
I always
There's
wanted
just
to
this
die at
bench that
sunrise.
everyone, when they're done being a vampire, goes to. We've done the end of The Good Place, basically.
Yeah.
Barry found this bench to go sit out in the sun, and now we're like, well, that's where you go when you're done.
Yeah, it's the bench is made out of the wood that Judas hung himself with.
Who's Judas? Judas doesn't
Iscariot?
exist in this world.
Different rat
The
saying,
humans
himself for
exist.
unrelated
The
reasons.
humans are still there.
You
They're
don't
different
speak or
mythologies.
read human languages.
Bellamy knows about the Bible.
I listen to the
Bellamy
radio,
hid in the
and
rafters during a
there's a lot
performance of
guys
Jesus
on
Christ
the
Superstar.
radio
It's canon.
talking about it all the time. 24/7 they're talking about this Judas guy.
He heard the Lady Gaga song through the
I heard
through
it on the
the
Vine.
drains.
Fine.
You're like, damn, he must have been pretty important if they made this much of a banger about him.
Oh my god. Speaking of Bellamy, Kendo, how did it feel being the only non-fleed NPC? And if you had the chance to play in Rat City again, would you want to be the same character or play a rat vampire? You can answer as Kendo. You don't have to do the Bellamy voice if you don't want to.
Let's see. So, wait, can you say your
Immediately
question
does the
again?
voice.
Certainly.
If I had another chance, would I play Bellamy again, or would I be a vampire?
Listen, we're kind of combining a few questions for you, but yeah, basically, like, how does Bellamy feel about being the only character of the core 6 here who didn't get turned into a vampire? And if you, Kendo, had the opportunity to play in Rat City again, would you want to play a rat vampire?
I see. So the answer to the first one is, I mean, Bellamy is happy that he's not a flea. Doesn't feel great that everyone else is, but not in like a I'm jealous, and more of like a oh no, I pity you kind of way, you know? So like that's how he feels. I definitely, Bellamy isn't Bellamy if he is the flea, so I wouldn't play him as the rat vampire. That's just a different guy, you know. Would I want to play a rat vampire? I mean, I feel neutral about it. I don't feel one way or the other. It depends on what the story would be, and then I would decide how I feel about it then. Without any context, I feel neutral.
I kind of feel the same way, because, like, you know, in my perfect world, there might be Rat City spin-offs or other people who want to take a crack at something akin to this. And, you know, sometimes when that happens, I mean, it's happened recently because Rosie's in active development on something, or some people might be coming back for some things. And, you know, the question is, like, Grant, would you ever want to play as a character in Rat City? So let me just say defiantly and absolutely, maybe. That's a very hard maybe, in the sense of, like, yeah, cool, it'd be fun to play around in my world, but then I have to remember how to play Vampire the Masquerade, and that's the part where I go, well, I mean, yeah, tell me what the role. So maybe
I'll hide under the table even if you're a player character.
I'm flying Rosie out to Vegas just to keep her under my desk. I'll feed her
I
crackers.
whisper the secrets of the universe to him.
And then I'm like, all right, cool. Here's a Ritz for you. But yeah, I big feel you on that one, homie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back to you in a second, Abby, because I want to ask this question to Gina. Since you got to answer the cool, fun lesbian rat question, let's go back to learning more about Pidge. What made you want to play a bat instead of a rat?
Oh boy. Well, I knew that there is nothing in my mind sadder in a rat city filled with rats than a rat who doesn't fit into a rat city filled with rats. And I knew that actually here's how I saw a video of a bat crawling on the ground using its arms and legs and not flying, and I said to myself, that is who I'm, and I think I sent you that video.
Yeah, I'm remembering now.
Immediately. And I said, this is who I'm playing. I can't not bring this sweet little muffin into the world. I don't know, there's just something about like, I love playing characters who don't fit in, and I love playing characters who are so determined to be optimistic even when everything around them is very much proving that is the wrong choice.
I think it's a great hallmark of what you're able to do, because I remember just being in the chat with you, just figuring it out. Because the first thing Gina asked me after I asked her to be part of Rat City was, "Can I be a bat? Here's a video." And then it's just me sitting there being like, "Well, I did say Rat City, but this is really cute, and it's Gina, and it's gonna be great no matter what she does. But I also don't want to open the door to everyone being like, I can be whatever I want to be, because I do need rats."
And I did say, I was like, I completely understand if you don't want me to be a not rat in Rat City. Like, I had a backup.
It was too good of an idea not to do. And I think, I mean, obviously we ended up with this incredible character of Pidge, who has so many like cool, fun naming conventions going on. Bats already kind of being like kind of like a weird similarity. Abby's smarter than I am with the whole like animal biology thing. So like, I don't know what the connection to rat to bat is, but there is like that physical similarity.
But the just naming her Pidge, I knew I needed her to
A
be
rat with
named Pidge
wings.
because she's a rat with wings.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I also want to shout out my favorite thing on anybody's character sheet, which is when given the chance to pick a free skill specialty, Gina said, "Can I please have awareness echolocation?" And I said, "Absolutely, baby girl." It's my favorite.
We get to use that ever. We must
I think
have
I
at some
did use
point.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used it to find Meatball.
That's right. God bless.
I didn't
Meatball.
know what it
I
was.
did get a
She
lot of
didn't. Pidge
Meatball
didn't know what it was.
questions.
Hey, that's
Oh.
crime. Meatball's
Meatball.
everybody's favorite. How dare?
We love Meatball.
I do love
I'm
Meatball, but
biased.
I think it's a testament
So
to how compelling
sweaty.
the characters are because
True.
everyone was like, I wanna ask the rats question. I get Meatball's deal. Yeah, I love Pidge a lot, and I really wanted people to get that that window into now how come Gina gets to be a bat? Because Gina asked very nicely.
That's
Also,
true.
the
That's
first
the
character
lesson. Just-
concept out of anybody.
That's true.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you came up with Pidge either the day.
I guess
of
that's true.
being
I had her
pitched-
in the chamber. I had her ready to go.
I think we had Pidge before we had the rest of the cast.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. By a lot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because Grant told me the idea and I pulled out a gun and I said, "You need to put me in this show."
and boy, am I glad. I'm always happy to have guns pointed at me. Don't take
Yeah.
that out of context. Uh,
Clip.
Oh, no, they're gonna clip it. They're gonna clip it. Fuck no.
Oh
gonna get-
no.
Let me shine a light here on Zoop because I got a really fun question for Zoop's character. So Anand had you all had a pretty specific beast voice for you Vampire the Masquerade fans. We had members of your families who came through as your beast, but Anand's was a little bit different. So Zoop was asked, can you explain more about Anand's beast? Who are they, and what are they to Anand? And the answer we got was Anand's beast voice has the voice of Ravana, as heard on the popular serialization of the Ramayana. He would have heard it playing through the speakers at the corner store he lived under. It would have been deep and scary and sort of shook him. He knew instinctually that this was not a good voice. So he knew whenever he would be prompted to do less than good things, that would be the voice that stuck with him. I can't speak for Zoop on this, but if you follow her on Threads, you have seen her say that no matter what, when Zoop plays a character, they are very heavily inspired by, or just flat out I should say, are Daisy characters. So a lot of this is inspired by her and her heritage and her culture. Anand, no exception, maybe one of the more blatantly Daisy characters that Zoop has played. It's a voice from a TV and a convenience.
I
Rosie
have
probably
sent
has
a
more
clip
insight.
For reference, I have sent it to the spoilers channel of the Game Master Mondays Discord. If you would like to see the TV reference that Zoop has made, I have sent a link to a YouTube video that Zoop sent to Grant and I to
Mhm.
reference for this voice.
I really did try to channel it. She trusted me with the responsibility, and I was like, well, here I go. I don't practice my voices very often these days, but I did practice that one. Abby, I'm going to ask you this question, then briefly disappear from camera while I get my dog. He's freaking out. But Abby, where can we get more of Peachy's Ratcast? Or which is to say, what gave you the idea to come up with things like fleas and leaving recordings behind? Because the whole idea of being fleed was spearheaded in an improv moment by Abby.
Look, Gina said it earlier and said it best. I enter a fugue state when I roleplay. I'm possessed by the spirit of Peachy, and suddenly I am just a little ball sack-like creature that is wandering around and talking about conspiracy theories. I think right before we started Rat City, I had been listening to a podcast about the history of aliens and Roswell and conspiracy theories, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. But also, I was born after 9/11. I didn't get the whole, cool little Walkman things with not VHS. I had VHS growing up. I'm not that young. I didn't get the recorders, but I just thought, okay, I want to be respectful to Rosie's world building. What's the smallest thing I could find? Recorders. Where is Peachy getting these? There's probably some hipster who just doesn't know how to use them and keeps throwing them into the sewer. And I just went from there. As for fleas, I love Bloodborne. I'm just like, okay, it's like being Beastborn, dealing with the blood, the terrible blood of Yharnam. So I'm like, okay, what sucks blood? And rats we know about. Fleas! Fleas! Really, you could just see the autistic webs connecting. That's all I gotta say. My brain just pops things out like a horrible little hellmouth.
Another favorite moment was that you and Grant had two very differently sized cassettes in your brain. So the cassette did change sizes throughout the Ratictive section of episode 1. It
Nah,
did
Peachy's
change
is small.
sizes.
She's just too little.
You and
Peachy,
I
only
were
one
imagining
popcorn
like
tall.
a human-sized cassette with a rat-sized Peachy, but like Grant was imagining a rat-sized cassette with
You
a
know what?
rat-sized Peachy.
Oh,
Maybe
Peachy
they
little.
made rat-sized cassettes too. You know, they got to convert them because it's
Yeah.
that's the reason why she hasn't popped off on rat socials like Ride and Ratify, because her tapes are too fucking big. Nobody wants. Yeah, you heard me. That's why she's being silenced, because that crooked mayor, she won't let her take her tapes up to Ratify. They're too heavy. Won't even give her a nice little cart with a little bell to ring.
I will say the restraining order was not improvised during the recording. You declared that before we even started recording. We were like, would you have interest in speaking with the mayor? And you were like, she has a restraining order against Peachy, actually.
Like, Peachy has spoken to the mayor too many times.
Sorry, I was answering a question, but yeah, real testament to Abby's improv powers, because a lot of the things she said off the cuff in the first episode is what wound up sticking as the thing that people call the things. No one in the audience calls them plague rats; they're all fleas. That's the one that wound up sticking, not the thing that I came up with that was so clever. Not the reference to both what rats literally do and a clan in Vampire the Masquerade. No, those are fleas.
In a way, Peachy's podcast did reach the people, and I like to think wherever in like the Tulpa zeitgeist she is, she's happy.
I'm inclined to agree.
Not
I'm
the
gonna say-
Tulpa zeitgeist. Not Tulpa Peachy.
I'm going to take a few questions off of our docket here tonight so we can, at least pretend that we're going to try and keep this stream to 2 hours. But thank you to everyone who sent us questions. I know there's some in there that we were hoping to get to ask everyone, but we do have a tradition here at Game Master Monday. And if I don't do it now, then we're going to be here for the rest of our rat lives. They don't live very long, but maybe I'll have the cast post some of their thoughts in the GMM Discord if I am remembering and feeling frisky. But for now, we do have a tradition here at GMM where at the end of every miniseries, I ask the same question, which was, what was everyone's favorite part about playing with and or working with each member of the table? And since I'm the one who makes them all answer this question, that makes them get all sincere and shit, I will go first. And I will just start off with Rosie, get her out of the way. Just kidding. She's not an obligation. I literally couldn't do Rat City without Rosie. I mean that in a very, very, very literal sense. Before I had a cast, before I had a concept, I was coming to Rosie asking for ideas, interpreting mechanics, trying to figure out the ins and outs of how something like this was going to work. And then on a lark, because I had recently listened to that Many-Sided Media episode interviewing C and Connie from Transplaner about dramaturgy and AP, I was like, who is built in a lab to do that sort of thing? That would be Rosie. And as I frequently am, I was right. Rosie was a great dramaturge, helped me flesh out the world, helped keep track of everything. When I would forget my own lore, Rosie was there. When we had a mechanics question, Rosie was there. When we remembered how a mechanic worked, Rosie was there to be like, good job at long last. We're only 5 episodes deep and you're finally learning.
I never once said that.
You did in a private chat to me specifically.
Did I?
I don't
Oh, I'm
remember the
sorry.
specific. No, it was great. I'm making you sound meaner than you were for lulz. But no, I've been friends with Rosie for God a long ass fucking time. She's practically a cornerstone of the network at this point. She's done a lot of cool stuff coming up for us. I'm infinitely proud of who you've become as a performer, producer, APer in general, and I'm really glad you took to this, and that's opened so many bigger, cooler doors that you're not going to just walk through, but wind up being the builder of and opening a gateway that other people will walk through because they're going to hear this because so many people have heard this fucking thing and they're going to see your name attached to it. And that's what it is. So thank you for so thoroughly throwing yourself into this stupid fucking idea.
I love stupid ideas.
They're my favorite kind. On that same token, I keep saying it, but this doesn't happen without Jenna just being a fun friend. Jenna and I were scheduled to have an interview for her to suss out my vibe before I guessed it on her show, and we clicked very immediately. And I'm so glad that we did, and we get to make all this cool, stupid shit. I think Jenna gets a lot of deserved credit for being a great producer and being a lot of fun and kind of chaotic as a performer. And I'm really glad that we got to do Rat City so we can showcase this very powerful, dramatic, in tune, emotional side of Jenna that I don't think she gets enough credit for being. You're a powerhouse performer in all things you choose to do. I'm so glad you put so much of yourself and your history and your feelings into Carmela and just like wore your heart on your sleeve to play this character, because both in plot and in performance, she is the beating heart of the city. Rat City, the story goes through Carmela, and that only works because you played a character who we were easy to anchor around, that so many people could latch a piece of their story onto. And that doesn't happen if the person playing her sucks, and you certainly do not. So I'm really glad you took a big swing and a big risk on this rat, and in doing so showed us so much of what you're capable of and trusted us with that. Zoop's not here. It's a fucker. No, I'm saying. But no, I mean, Zoop's my co-GM for a reason. Was literally the first person I asked to join Game Master Monday because she is truly the yang to my yin, my perfect opposite in a lot of ways. The way she marries mechanics to story is so good. I think my favorite thing about the way Zoop plays is she's just playing. Like she's in there, she's having fun, she's looking at her sheet, she's figuring out what she wants to do, when, where, and why. Her brain is always thinking about like, how do I lead us to success? What do I need to do X, Y, Z? And I've, on into these little silly moments, like when he tries to make you all superheroes, or when he just wants to leap into action at the first sign of anything. I'm like, that's fucking Zoop to a T. Zoop wants to get in there, and she wants to play, and she wants to fight, and she's so damn good at it. But she also has the propensity for these nice, quieter, intense moments. I am still thinking about her ending monologue in part 5, where she walks Tucker through the guided meditation at the very end and figures out like, this kid didn't ask for this either. Like, it's such a cool personal moment, and I'm so grateful to have a friend in person I can trust to do that kind of shit with. I'm just going in character intro order, I guess. So Gina, you're up. I don't think Gina needs an introduction for how talented of a performer she is. Literally, websites bigger than I have any hope to be have said that she's able to hold her own against the titans of the industry, and her being one of them now, I feel like. So I'm grateful that Gina, A, gives me the time of day in the first place, but B, just wants to be a part of this. Like, you have become such a special friend to me. I really appreciate our long conversations about just about anything. Getting into the psychology of Pidge is just everything that makes you a great performer, while also being so different from the other stuff you're known for, right? Like Pidge will make you cry, but not in these quiet, intense, sad moments. She's just such a delightful, empathetic person that you can't help but feel for her. And when she wins, you want to like cry for joy because she's fucking winning in life. And you know, I think it's easy to like lump Gina into like, oh, she's a sad sack, she plays these sad characters, and you do, and you are, and you're great at it. But Pidge isn't that, you know, like it really just shows that like Gina is a multifaceted performer who can do way more than she's billed as, and she's already billed as being able to do a lot. And I'm super glad that we get Pidge. This whole fucking series is built off of Pidge. She was the first one to show up. So just another monumental performance for a person who is practically a museum of monumental performances at this point. So thank you for giving us another one. Freddie, I got drunk at Gen Con and yelled about rats with you. Thank you for still being my friend. Freddie's a fantastic voice actor in his own right. When he does do AP, it's always like some of my favorite stuff. Barry is this little ball of rage and a cute little grandpa character, and it's the kind of thing that only you can come up with and just get the vibe of what's going on here. This is a gag character treated with the utmost like respect. A person who had a real life and lived experiences that you found along the way through a list of Muppet quotes. You know, like the things you're able to come up with a few stems of joke is the kind of thing that people work years to get good at dramatically. I love Barry is so many people's favorite. We got so many like people really latch on to Barry. They see their own family members in Barry. They have an emotional attachment to this old little rat, and just a stupendous performance out of you, and the kind of thing that only you can do. Kendo, I promise I won't bug you so much, but I only put you in so many things because you're always the right pick for everything. Kendo is a Swiss Army knife of an AP performer. Any fucking thing you need Kendo to do, Kendo can do it. You want someone funny? Great. You want someone horrifying? Great. Drama, jokes, emotional, romance. Kendo has been in like every flavor of AP on Game Master Monday in the last like 7 months at this point. And it's because I love fucking working with Kendo. I love the friendship you and I have developed. I love that you will put your all into any performance, even if it's something like Bellamy, where by the time you get to parts 5 and 6, you're like, my main job is to react to the tomfoolery happening around me. And even that feels important. Like, I can't tell you how many people called Bellamy their favorite, or just flat out got mad at Bellamy for teaching Peachy how to smoke. Get over it. They smoke.
People
sometimes it happens.
Maui, sometimes people smoke. That's just the reality of the world.
I don't know. I love you a shit ton. Thank you for latching yourself onto this. I promise to give you a break, but if you keep saying yes, I can't feel bad about it. In fact, I feel great about it. And Abby, my only regret with casting Abby is I should have let her play Vampire the Masquerade the entire time, because she's so whip smart with this system. When we got to part 6, I cut it out of the audio, but there is a moment where both Abby and Rosie are explaining a rule in tandem, like bouncing off each other to me. I'm like, oh my God, there's 2 of them. But even without a system, even selling Abby on a pitch, like, hey, it's a VTM game, but you're not going to play VTM. She could have easily told me to go kick rocks. I only do games, and she didn't. And then she came in and made, I don't think it's a hard thing to say, maybe the most memorable character of the series. And she got to do that in 30-minute spurts, and then leapt into part 6 to really help steer the group to the larger story. A tremendous storyteller. You can tell she GMs. You can tell that she should and is now an award winner. Just one of the very best performers and people I know. I mean, God, everyone here is the right answer for everything, but especially fucking Abby, dude. You could put Abby in just about anything, and you will get a ball knocked out of the park. And it might be one of your balls, but you didn't need it. You weren't using it. So again, thank you for being part of this, for giving us the full Abby, for shit for Peachy in general. Maybe one day we'll see more of her. Who knows?
Who knows? You made me cry. You owe me money for that bitch.
Okay. Fine. I'll send you
Hand it
money.
over. Your birthday's in
Okay.
2 weeks. I'm making you cake.
While I'm here, I'll read Zoops just so I can stop talking for the rest of the stream. So I'm going to just blast through this one, and then we'll popcorn it for volunteer basis. But from Zoop, to start off, so good to be reunited with Abby and Kendo after Demigods. They are both absolutely fantastic, but I will say that the thing that stood out from this particular run was the voices and the mannerisms. They created just such wonderful characters. For Gina, incredible to be standing next to a titan of this quote-unquote industry. I understood immediately when Gina started her when Gina started her monologue at the beginning of her scene in episode 1. It flowed so effortlessly, clearly thought out, pulling out the word of the day, and sanguine. Jesus. For Freddie, the quietness, the intention, the commitment. Barry is hands down my favorite. To even come up with Barry, and then everything from the way he ate a fellow watchmaker, to taking out Rathias, to ending Ollie. Just incredible violence from a rat that is also just the epitome of gentleness and calm and caring and grandfatherness. Jenna gave herself so entirely and incredibly into Carm. It was so clear that Carm and her family was a labor of love and identity for Jenna, and that was really wonderful to experience. She has so much energy and joy and confidence. Rosie, I love your grasp of rules, the way you learn them and think about how to use them and break them and utilize them to create a better narrative. You're an amazing dramaturg. It seems to come so naturally, telling a story, especially using the mechanics, which you know is my favorite thing. I'm excited for every opportunity to get to create with you. I guess I'll read the one about myself. Grant, hey, how does it feel to have to read out loud nice things about you? Fuck you, Zoop.
Get him, Zoop! Fuck him up! Get him!
Read nice things out loud about yourself. I literally just made this. I didn't read this beforehand, clearly. As always, I'm ride or die for you and your work in creating this absolute joy, choosing to take VTM and strip the parts that make me nervous to go near it and present us with this beautiful chance to love Rat City. I really appreciate the love and care the Rats of Rat City have. You gathered an absolute beast of a team, and I'm thankful to have had a chance to be part of this. You also did an incredible job of putting the two groups together in a way that was magical. Thanks, Zoop. Fucking asshole. All right, that's enough of me. This is now an open forum session for whenever you feel the spirit move you to praise your table. I will shut up now. Whoever wants to go first can.
Me. I'm feeling introspective and I want to cry tonight. It's my turn with the Xbox. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna start with Grant. I gotta be so real. I still deal with like that. I'm one of the cool kids. I get to come sit at the cool kids table whenever you invite me to your channel. So when you approach me, it's like, hey, will you play like this little lab rat freak for this really concept game? And I'm like, please, you want me? Me? I thought you were sick of me. It just, I can't explain what an honor it is to have your trust and continuously being invited on here and you just being like, go crazy, Abby. It means the world. Rosie, I wish I had half the knowledge and half the love and half of your talent, because goddamn, the way you play vampire has genuinely made me fall in love with it again. My intro to vampire, I was playing with some of the old heads, like who were there for like the whole White Wolf debacle. Like I was like kind of very traditional in my views of vampire, and then Rosie comes in and like it is approachable. I'm not being talked down to, and there is just such a love that is not just talking down to me about the lore and all these, and just you make me want to be a better gamer.
It's because I don't know the lore.
The lore can be cool in some places, but my God, as someone who played Werewolf the Apocalypse as a teenager in the early 2000s, that wasn't fun.
If you've learned nothing else from this series, it's fuck the lore.
Fuck the lore. But seriously, Rosie, running Changeling the Lost game for my home game, your dramaturgy and note taking has inspired me to go to better heights. Thank you for making me a better me. Gina. It's in the same strand as Grant. Like the fact that you roleplay with me and I get to see you roleplay and like see your thought process. Holy shit. Also, already just 1+ for the Yuri. I love Yuri. Let's look at lesbianism in the chat. You are so fucking talented. And when I think about like the very like beginnings of like talent and art and performance, that is you. I see so many of like, if someone were to study the art of performance, like from Shakespeare to, you know, early Japanese puppet plays, I see so much of that as you. You take those fundamentals and you mold them. Like I can see so many arcs when you perform and you take so much care with that. And it makes me want to be a better performer. So take that home with you. Fredward. Freddie. I gotta say, episode 6, it sticks in my mind the fact that I was talking about Uma Musume and you showed that you had my wife, Super Creek, on your home screen. I haven't forgotten that. That's my fucking wife. Just that little nerd to nerd connection just made it so easy to roleplay with you. And it was such an honor to like do a thing with you. And the fact that I was able to like have that little conversation with Barry and just watch you think through things and also just fucking break my heart with these settings. You are just such an easy person to slide into roleplay with. It was so fun. Never stop creating. Jenna. Princess. Let's just, God, I'm so intimidated by you in the best way. You're so fucking cool, and I want to be as cool as you are. You're just so cool, and Carmilla's cool, and like the Sopranos. She's just. I need a whole show about her. You are so fucking charismatic, and the fact that you are like a disco ball and you just shine that charisma on other people to be their best selves. Every scene between you and Gina, it was like 2 disco balls making out. Just so much fucking light in that room, and you are one of the best people to play with in these worlds, for real. Kendo. I saved the best for last. Kendo, you're who I want to be when I grow up. You were the kind of producer, player, GM, storyteller. Oh my god. It was such an honor to learn how to smoke cigarettes and count my nipples as I thought I was turning into a flea with.
I'll smoke cigarettes and count nipples with you any day of the week.
You're going to make me cry with that stupid voice. I will cry grown-ass woman tears. Don't you do it.
Okay.
But fucking freak, I love you. But goddamn, you're just so fucking cool, and you know how to tell stories, like Grant said. Like we needed like that everyday man. That is something a lot of vampire stories are missing, honestly, the human perspective. And you gave that human perspective. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? Do you want something to eat? Let's get something to eat. Yeah. How are we gonna pay our rat taxes? That thing. Just, you're amazing. Please never stop being amazing. And I'm gonna do that edit of you in a Phantom of the Opera mask.
Yes, please.
And finally,
Don't forget Zoop.
Yeah, I was gonna say Zoop. Zoop. The spirit of Zoop is in this room with us. We call upon her in a seance. Zoop, that rat was so fucking sexy. I'm a lesbian and I was side-eyeing that man. Like the amount of charisma, but also as someone who puts a lot of their culture into their game. That was so fucking cool. And I know how much pressure goes into that because there's always that feeling of, am I being too much with this? Or am I turning into like a special episode moment? That was so, everything that Anad is, like, I want to hug you so hard and also take you out to lunch and just talk about all your feelings about Anad and creating Anad and his interactions and calling Barry Baba. I'm like, yep, I'm gone. I'm going to go cry grown-ass woman tears after this recording. Just, you are so fucking cool, Zoop. When you watch this, you may have gotten Grant, but you're in my headline, bitch. I'm going to get you. Love you, bitch. Never going to stop loving you, bitch. And that's my little soapbox.
Thank you, Abby. Let's go next.
Does anybody else want dibs? I'll go. I'll do it. Nobody else got dibs. I got dibs. Okay, mine are going to be much quicker and briefer. But first, I do have a bonus full table one. I was incredibly intimidated when I got added to the group chat for this game. Like I said, Grant sent me the cast long before I knew I was going to be involved with it, and I would, holy shit, Grant, how did you get that cast? Oh my god, I incredibly
Coolest fuck boy.
intimidated. Every single one of you people are people that I incredibly admire. I could not. I was like, I can't fuck this up. I need them to think I'm cool and good at this. And I love that because it pushes me to be better. It pushes me to be competent because I really, really want to look competent in front of these cool people that I very much admire. And I am... Abby, you can't sit there. Shut up, Grant. I made Sylvia cry because I started crying last time I talk about how much, like, literally everything I do is your fault. Because, like, your show was the launching point for everything I did, and you took a risk on a random person who had literally had 0 published AP content on the entirety of the internet. I had recorded things, none of it was available to listen to publicly online, and you were like, sure, be in my one shot, why not? You don't look like a bigot. And everything went from there.
We check.
Okay, everybody else, I am going to be giving really brief, stupid things that have not been mentioned necessarily. Maybe I might have mentioned them in passing, but they're just going to be very brief, cool things that I thought were fun or that you did. They're going to be either in character moments or cool things that kind of happen behind the scenes a little bit. Some of them are like character build choices that I really enjoyed. Like I already mentioned Gina's echolocation. That's not your thing though, Gina. Just you wait. Okay, Zoop taking premonition. I told Grant this multiple times. Character taking premonition is a gift to you as the game master. And I absolutely loved that you took it, because I'm a Malkavian girly. My character that I play in Singles Girls is a Malkavian, so of course I'm gonna love the Malkavian quoted character. Also, though, I love that you pushed Grant to get weirder with taking premonition. And that was very fun. I also loved watching you try to figure out what it meant and then just immediately be like, we're gonna worry about that later. And then kind of not.
The cats weren't cats.
The cats weren't cats, you guys. There's no cats in Rat City. Let me see. I'm just gonna note as Kendo, just the sprinting into the cathedral and then immediately taking out a cigarette. Okay, I'm gonna be real, Kendo. Out of everybody here, I was the most like, I need Kendo to think I'm cool. I can't fuck up in front of Kendo. Top of the list right here.
I'm surprised Gina is here.
Oh, Gina's second on the list for sure. It's
You're
a
a
very
fucking
close. It's a
keystone,
very
Kendo.
close second.
Am
It's a very
I?
close second.
I'm
But
finding out new
I
things every
really,
day.
really admire you. I hosted the segment of Rainbow Roll Fest 2025 that
do
Voice in the
remember
Woods
this.
was in, and so I listened to that not only during the festival screener, but I also listened to it once beforehand so I could prepare notes on talking points to talk about after it's screened. And I was just obsessed with that reel. I haven't sat down to listen to the actual thing yet because I'm gonna be honest, I've had a very stressful year,
Really good.
and
Really good.
I don't listen to new things when I'm stressed. I only re-listen to the same audiobook on repeat. It's not one audiobook, it's a series, but you get it. Gina, thank you for giving me the opportunity to do a rules thing that would make so many people angry, and that I completely changed Panacea from an Auspex and Fortitude amalgam into a presence power, and it fit perfectly. Thank you so much for giving me that wonderful opportunity. I hope that it made people mad. I also love that I talked to some people who very much know and love Vampire the Masquerade and like know everything about it, and they were like, actually, yeah, that does make sense. That's a perfect fit. I like that you did that. Shout out Hector. Thank you so much for that opportunity. That is one of my favorite things that I love to do is take something and break the rules on purpose because it fits that well and make people go, oh, you're right, that does fit that well. Shit. One of my favorite things to do. Freddie, I got to play Dungeons and Dragons with you so long ago, and I was so excited. Fun fact, Grant loves to do this thing to me. Where he puts me in a cast, and then he kind of just waits for me to, because I don't follow people of my own volition. I only follow people I don't go looking for more people to follow, and I don't enjoy following people who don't follow me back. And so when I go join a cast with someone, it's probably the first time I'm seeing their account, and I took a screenshot of your follower account, and I went, really, Grant? And he was like, I was waiting for it. And that was back when we did the Festive 3. And then you're just so fun. You're so fun, and your brain is incredible. And I can't talk about the thing I want to mention because it's a secret. It's a super secret thing that we can't talk about yet. But your brain is absolutely incredible. And also we have the same planner. And that was the real thing I was going to shout out here, is that we both use Hobonichi Weeks. And that moment when we realized we both use the same planner, that's friendship. And I'm so happy, and I really am looking forward to doing more stuff with you in the future as soon as my life calms down enough that I can actually get back to Dusty about that thing. Abby, I said this in the side chat in the Twitch right now, but you know how to 360 no-scope me with perfectly tailored compliments that are exactly what I aim to do and be? And what do you mean I inspire you? What the fuck, Abby? What the fuck? Mutually assured destruction up in here. God, we need to play on the player side together. So bad. I pity the poor GM, but it has to happen.
Look, I've got a gargoyle in a game that might need guests. We have a French prince coming in. I will mention your name.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I have so many. I love y'all. Abby was on call. Abby was not there during all of the main 4 recordings before the Rat Detectives came in. Abby was on call for Rat Facts. we would literally at Abby and ask, do rats sweat? And she would immediately come back with an answer. Sometimes with diagrams. And that's the kind of insanity I strive to be. For real. God, so deeply deserved to be the Game Master Monday winning performer. And I just every moment with Peachy was a treasure. I remember I don't even remember what scene it was anymore. It was episode 3 or 4. You and Kendo were going off, and I was making hand gestures at the camera because I was silently on camera for all the recordings, and I knocked over my iced coffee.
Never forget the keyboard incident. That, personally, that was my Twin Towers.
I was disassembling my mechanical keyboard for half of one of the Rat Detective episodes. Because I just was flailing so much. It was a delight. Jenna, how the fuck does somebody as cool as you like me? What the fuck, Jenna? 10 out of 10. Oh, also, I forgot to shout out Freddie for when I was the character creation forms. I got to, what does your character's beast sound like? And you just said, his husband. And I was like, yes! He gets it. Jenna. Every time I would come to you with hey, what do you think of this idea? You'd be like, yes, print it. Let's go. And it makes me so happy to understand a character and ask people those things and be told, yes, that makes sense, i.e. having your dad as your beast voice. I think you were the first one where I was like, can we make your beast your dad's voice? You were like, absolutely yes. And I was like, I understand. Yay. Okay. I did a yes. Also, when I was like, can we give you lower gratitude because on account of all of the crimes? Delightful. Thank you so much for being so down to clown.
She is a crime person after all, you know?
She is a crime person. Yeah, everybody else started at 8 gratitude and you had 7 on account of all of the crimes. Thank you for letting us put Meatball in danger. Thank you for giving us the gift of Meatball. I I'm so appreciative. God, you're so cool. You're so cool. Thank you. That's my TED Talk, everyone.
Thank you, Rosie. All right, we've all vamped for you. Who wants to go next?
Let me in next because I'm gonna
Freddie.
segue off of Rosie's stuff. First of all, I didn't know this was part of this. I wasn't ready for this shit.
Nobody warns you about the final question. That's the thing. This happens to
great.
everybody.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
fuck
this has
yeah.
happened to me twice. This is my third time.
Ooh, oh boy. Thanks for all the compliments. Now I'm gonna give you some. This is my first time playing with everyone who was a player. Like I did Festive 3 with Rosie and Grant, but this is the first time playing with everybody that I played with. And like, so I came in this not really like with expectations. I was like, I don't know how anyone plays. I don't know what this is gonna be like. We're just gonna find out as we go. And like it was like 5 consecutive moments of like, oh fuck, this guy's good. This person's good. Of just like, it would just be like, the first one I think of is like when we were doing that, it mainly happened in episode 1 when like people were introducing themselves. And like every time, like I remember when Pidge spoke for the first time and I was like, oh, this is a fucking professional. Oh God, what did they put me in? I'm just a guy who used to make TikToks and you put me in this fucking Shark Tank. What the hell? And like when we first meet Carm and like just like I'm my brain short choking. I don't even remember the order anymore, but I'm pretty sure Carm was first.
It was Carmela, Anand, Pidge, Barry.
Okay,
we very intentionally arranged those scenes. Also, shout out to you for sitting in silence for like 90 minutes.
Oh, I make the same joke every time that you bring this up. I'm like, oh no, I had to watch like a curated show for like 3 hours of talented performers doing fucking actual play. Oh, what a struggle for me. I had the easiest job because I got to just sit there and just like take notes and like shoot fucking alley-oops off of all the stuff that I could call back from like what everyone else had already laid out. But like Carm just like setting like the general like vibe of the entire show, like immediately it just hits. And then the juxtaposition of having like Anand is just like a nice guy as like going around and be like, oh, I'm buying coffee from my favorite street vendor. It's like such like everyone had just like such full realized characters that were so much fun to play off of. And Kendo and Abby, I'm so pissed that we only get like one episode in a room together because it was the most I was ever like, I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this, and this is the best thing that I've ever interacted with. Just like Bellamy's voice was something that I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean that's the voice? And then like 4 sentences in, I'm like, oh, what do you mean? Oh no, this is I have the most respect possible for someone who takes a like something that could be a joke character and makes it like the most heartfelt realized thing you've ever seen. And that was like both of the detectives. I was like, God, this is wild. Rosie, I'm coming back at you because after Festive, like during and after Festive 3, I was like looking through other people that were on it, and like doing the show with you, I was like, oh, she knows what she's doing. oh, she has like a backdrop that's curated to the specific show that we're on. Oh, she has like makeup and fit crafted for this show. She has a rehearsed outro, whereas I'm like, hey, I'm Freddie Pow Pow on most things. I have a website. It's like I feel like we had the same reaction to each other of like, uh-oh, Grant, what did you do? You put me with someone so far out of my league. I don't know what to do with this. I think, Grant, it's hard enough to GM a game that you know how to play. But you're out here fucking shooting buckets with a rule set you don't know how it works. All of these NPCs are so incredible. Tucker is amazing. You're fucking breaking my heart as I break her neck. As Anon breaks her neck. And also we have to shout it out again, is that your scoring and sound work on like the finished episode. It's like when you're recording it, you know that you're recording it and you're making a thing, and then it's like you hear it fully produced and you're like, oh wow, we made it. Like we made a thing that's real. Like this isn't just like we played a game. We made a show, and it like is one. It's so good. Everyone's so fucking talented. I'm sorry I keep swearing. I'm all the captions are just asterisks for me.
Are captions censored?
Oh wait, no, it doesn't censor mine. It only wasn't just Jenna.
I was like, what the fuck?
They fucking censored mine. What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck? God,
wait, no. Now I want to see if it
It's on
happens again.
account of all the
What the fuck?
crimes.
This is some fucking bullshit.
I can't wait to see how Jenna's pops up now.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like a second ago,
Look at this shit. Look at all the fucking start. God damn it. All right, I'm muting myself again.
Man.
All right, carry
That's
on.
fucking crazy. All right, I'm done. You guys are great. I hope I get to do more stuff with you guys because it was fun. It was cool. It was good.
Thank you, Red. Love you. That was so nice. Thank you. All right, that leaves Gina, Kendo, and Jenna.
I'll go. Sure, yeah. Hell yeah. Let's see. Well, so the thing about it is similar to what Freddie said. I've only played with most of you for a singular episode, but it was a great episode, and I think it was so much fun getting to have these two stories that kind of collide at this moment here at the church, and seeing like how we had kind of just been on completely different adventures, and arriving here, and then that moment of like, wait, so what the fuck are you talking about? What are we doing? No, what are you doing? And that was just I like it. I think with a less talented group of people, that would have been a much like messier collision, and we would have needed like an entirely other episode to get over like the two groups merging before actually getting into like the finale. But you know, the rock stars that you all are managed to do it in one fell swoop in under 2 hours. So look at that. Beautiful work. I think under 2 hours. I don't remember the time stamp for the episode, but someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, I mean, you know, we all love lesbians good, bat lesbian. Gina almost your names are too close together.
You see why I keep accidentally saying my sister's name?
No, I get it. Gina, I remember after this, because if I'm remembering correctly, I ended up missing the session 0, or we had separate session 0s.
I think you had to leave early. First,
Yes, I did have to leave early because I think I had like a different recording. But I remember after I didn't stay long enough for Gina's character introduction, and so Gina messaged me like, "Hey, do you want to know what I am?"
Wait, Kendall, where'd you
No,
go?
that's
No, come
so
back.
If you want
go?
to know, I was like, "Yes,
Kendall, my
obviously I
bad.
want to know what you are." And then learning that Pidge was a bat was just like, "Oh, this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful." And then seeing it in motion, of seeing like just Carmela, the sassy Italian mob rat, with with the sweet bean of a bat, was just absolutely wonderful. The two of you knocked it out of the park. Every bit of it felt genuine, felt earned. You two put such an obvious amount of thought into it, and it was just, wonderful. Freddie, this was our first time. I think this was my first time seeing you in an actual play thing. Obviously, you already knew, huge fan of Area 313. Number 3 is my favorite. So, it's like look, I was already a fan of you. Meeting you at Gen Con was great. Because I got to relive all my favorite parts of Era 313, which is listening to your voice. And then I got to do it again here, and it was amazing, especially with the added on old man Barry voice, who, I mean, look, old man, sometimes you got to snap a kid's neck. And like, that isn't a great position to find yourself in, but you did what needed to be done. And that's, no one could blame you, and you sounded great doing it. Abby, I love you, bitch. From Castaway to here, you are how you. I feel like anytime Grant puts me and you in a room, I feel like someone's opened Pandora's box. It feels like a great evil has been let into the world, because you and I just start bouncing off the wall.
It's just how
Zeus!
you've been in 4 projects together on this show in the past year.
No, literally, Grant keeps putting Abby and me in a room, and we
It's
do.
always the right answer.
It
Put
is
Kendrick and
always
I in another show, and my life is yours.
do it. It's Abby. I love playing off of you. I love playing with you. I love Peachy is just absolutely just such a darling of a character, such a wet rat, and you do such a perfect balance of keeping the comedy and the seriousness of like the situation that she's in. And like I will always remember just being there, just listening to you doing the recordings that you leave of like your transformation, and just being like, my show's on. Just absolutely stunning work, Abby. I love you, and more people should put us and stuff together. And if they don't, I'll start a war or something.
Why do I hear the God of War music playing? Oh my god. They're going
I'll
up to
kill God.
Olympus.
Put Bellamy in a god killing game.
Oh my
I'll-
god, Bellamy
I'll-
versus Ares.
I'll kill some
Yo.
saints.
Against fucking missiles.
I'll kill
Oh.
Chuck E. Cheese.
You're talking about us bouncing.
Look, I said what I said.
Uh-oh.
Look, I said what I said.
So thematically, it's about capitalism, right? Because the
Mhm.
final boss is Mickey Mouse.
Stop giving me ideas.
Like, Grant, you have to put it in motion. I'm sorry, that's just the rules now. Speaking of which, Grant, fuck you. You made me do another thing that I love, and I think that deserves prison.
Right.
That just is no, Grant. You you did such an amazing job taking what could have been just a complete nonsense of an idea, and made it something that is genuinely heartfelt, thoughtful, and emotionally evocative. It is a beautiful thing that you have put together, and every person that you have brought to this group has only added to It's I mean, how amazing it is. Obviously, there are people here literally listening to us just talk about the show. So I think that goes enough to say how good it is. You should be proud of yourself. And I think whatever your brain is wanting you to do, don't compare it to Hell Whalers. They're two different shows. They're good. Both are good. Both are great. And my brain, so I said good and great, and then my brain started thinking of God is great, God is good. Let's thank you for our food. And you know what? Thank you, Grant.
If that
you,
ain't
Chef.
Game Master Monday.
If that ain't Game Master Monday, thank you, Chef. This was a wonderful meal. Speaking of the chefs in the kitchen, Rosie, I can't even imagine what this show would be like without your influence on it. I mean, obviously, it would be a completely different show, completely different game. It would all be different. And you know what? It is good, and it's obviously good because, again, for the previous thing that I said, all of these people who are watching us just sit here to talk about it. It goes to show how much people love it, and it can be a hard thing being behind the curtains, trying to influence things, and I think you did a great job balancing, trying to keep everybody in line with like, hey, here are the rules for the game, and here's our intention for the game, and how to keep things moving. While also, keeping the heart of it true, and I think you did a great job doing that. Again, as proven by the fact that people are here listening to us just talk about the show that you helped make happen.
Still in there.
And they're still in there. We've been doing this for what the fuck's wrong with y'all, dog? It's been 2 hours, almost 2.5 hours, and you're still listening to us talk about rats. Damn, y'all love rats, but I love rats too, so I get it.
Thank the rats for our food.
Thank
you,
the
rats.
rats for our food. Amen.
I'm gonna end my next
Saint
family prayer
Matthias,
that
who
bad.
ended hunger. That's Rat City canon.
Rat City canon.
That's-
You know
Rat
the
City
guy on
doesn't
that
have
cross? It wasn't Jesus. No, it was
No,
a
it was
rat.
Rat.
Rathu, not Matthias. I'm sorry. It was Rathu. Yeah.
Matthias is a different guy. He died. Spoilers.
Sure,
all
there's
right,
multiple
lesbians.
guys.
It falls to you.
Okay. All right. I think I'll go because one, I have been up all day. I'm so tired. And if I don't say the things now, they're going to fall out of my brain. but I'm going to preface this by also saying because of that, I am going to try and keep this brief. One, because I don't have a lot of words, but also two, because all of you are going to be getting detailed thoughts when I have slept more and can take the time to really say all of the things that are in my heart about all of you. So don't think that I'm just not saying all of the wonderful, incredible things that I believe about you right now, because I will be saying them just in your inboxes shortly after as well. So I'll preface also this by saying more prefaces that I had only played with a couple of you before starting this game. I had never played with Freddie. I never played with Rosie. I had never played with Jenna. Grant, you and I had surprisingly never played a game together before this. We tried.
We almost
we
played
hadn't-
twice.
We almost played twice, but we hadn't gotten to it yet. And Kendo, you were a guest of honor on a show that has yet to come out, which eventually in 2028 or 2029, whenever that
2030.
three
Whatever.
comes out, that will be available for people's ears. And Abby, you and I have played not on stream together, but off stream together. And there's a reason why I keep pulling you for other things, but I'll get to that in a second. But for the most of us, I have not been able to play before now altogether. And it has just been such a joy for me to get to play with performers, storytellers of all of your caliber. It's just so fucking cool. And I'm so honored to have been given a seat at this tremendous table. Grant, you have made such a welcoming, comfortable, encouraging environment for all of your players, but for me especially, who was so I was very nervous to come play with all of you, but especially with you, Grant, because I know like we had developed such a friendship that I treasure deeply, and I know how brilliant you are and how smart and how quick you are and how your ability to just create these worlds that are so smart and just make sense, like where you hear something and you're like, a fucking course it is, of course, that's perfect. And the way that you trusted me to not only that you like let me play in your world when you told me about this and I basically forced you to let me play, but also that you trusted me enough to just let me go and do my thing. And I asked you a few questions on a couple of things that I'm blanking on, but I remember your answers every time was just like, yeah, of course, do it. Absolutely no follow-up question, no caveats, nothing, just do it. And I am so grateful for your friendship. I'm so grateful for the chance that you took on me to be a part of Rat City. And I think I've said this to you before, but to reinforce it, any show that you ask me to be in, I'm going to say yes. So just take that. Rosie, you live and breathe this show, this game. You live and breathe VTM in a way that I just am so in awe of. You are so dialed in, and like I think it was Abby who said, like, you make it so approachable and you make it so easy to understand. I've played VTM before. I don't really know how to play this game. I don't know. I just feel like I just role play my way through it, and you are the first person who has really like gotten me interested in the lore and also helped me to understand the mechanics in a way that feels fun and engaging and not like, oh, I have to learn this because I'm playing this game and I'm doing this AP. You are so, your confidence in this, whether or not you felt confident or you just portrayed it to all of us, helped me to feel confident. And you were such a gentle guiding force in this show. And I'm so grateful for that. Also, I want to play more shows, more games with you. I want to play VTM with you, like on the player side. That would be incredible. I would love that. Freddie. Holy cow. I love Barry so much. Holy shit. Barry, I love all of these rats, but I do think that Barry kind of, aside from Karm, obviously, is here's the thing I love about Barry. I love, and I guess about, I think all of this applies. I'll start with you first. So your talent and your dedication, your not only incredible voice acting, but the way that you built Barry, the choices that you made, the intentionality within him, the subtlety and the humanity, the gratitude, the connection that I felt in watching you play him and watching you embody him that was just so special to me. You are so skilled at what you do, and I just, every scene with Barry, making the pie o'clock clock, it's pie time, was just such a beautiful connective moment that I keep thinking about. That I need a pie o'clock clock. Just the way that he cared for others, even in the midst of how heavy everything was for him, was just so beautiful and so human. And I love that you brought that. Kendo, you have been, I just want to echo what everyone else has said. You're so fucking cool. And you have been such an inspiration to, I haven't been in this space very long at all, but since learning who the creators and the storytellers were in this space, you have been such an inspiration. You're the way that you bring us into your worlds, whether it's through the shows that you create, the voices, like just the way that you with Bellamy, I never for a second, even though our characters didn't really have much time to interact with one another, I believed you in every single scene. I believed every choice that you made. I believed every instinct that Bellamy had. It just felt so real. And I wish that we had more time for our characters to play. I wish that you and I had more time to play, but I know that is there's going to be more of that. And I hope that there is more of that for Bellamy and Peachy, but I also hope that there's more of that just for you and me personally. Abby, your beautiful, brilliant, weird, fucked up little mind, I love it so much. You are a transcendent performer. There's a reason why I steal you for all of the things that I have the opportunity to steal you for. You are a powerhouse of a performer. I am so lucky to have gotten to share a table with you, and I can't talk about, well, I sort of can't talk about the things that we have going on in the future, but I am so excited for what you bring to that. Spoilers, it's going to be weird and wonderful, and I can't fucking wait.
All I need you to know is that it was such an honor, and I cried and I threw up, and I'm rubbing my disgusting little hands together like a fly.
Yes. Yes. I'll do Zoop next because Jenna, I want to do you last, but because that'll be a nice handoff for you to take us home. But Zoop is the type of performer, the type of player, the way that she exudes the love of this game, the love of playing, the love of her creativity and her spirit in finding. I think it was, maybe I'm misremembering, but somebody described, I think it was you, Grant, or describing like finding a solution before realizing that there's a problem. The way that she tackles these scenes with like the dynamics between characters, the way that she would insert Anand, the way that she would bring her own self into these interactions and these dynamics is just so, at times, so beautifully subtle, and also with a tenacity and an energy that I think really rounded out this table so incredibly. I'd never gotten to play with Zoop before, and man, what a player, what a performer, what a storyteller. And Jenna, Grant called you the beating heart of Rat City, and that is so true. It takes in my experience, it takes the right chemistry, it takes the right amount of trust to do romance in a show well, and in a way that feels not forced, in a way that feels natural, and in a way that brings the audience in rather than just having it be something that they observe. And you made that so easy. You are an incredible storyteller. You're an incredible character builder. The passion that you brought to Carmela, but also I can see, even though we haven't played together and other things, the passion that you bring to telling stories in general is so inspiring. You are a dream scene partner. So thank you for letting me be a part of that. And that's it. Now I'm sleepy. I ran out of words.
Thank you, Gina.
You're welcome.
All right, Jenna, land the plane.
All right, so mine is going to actually be brief because if anyone knows me, I call my dog Crime Bag and Crime Triangle because he is made of triangles and crime, and he is committing lots of crimes. If you've seen my captions go off, it's because I'm talking to him and he is committing a lot of crimes right now. So just to the table in general, this is my first time getting to work with a lot of you except for Grant and Zoop, pretty much. So that's neat. So that was really cool, getting to sit at a table with pretty much all of you for the first time. And I always just really I really enjoy getting to play with people for the first time and seeing the types of characters they bring and the types of stories that they tell. And I think everyone really immersed themselves into not only this world, but the characters they brought to it. And collaborative storytelling is both a beautiful thing, but a tough thing to do because it really does rely on chemistry. And for me at least, I sometimes it takes me like a little bit to like gel with like a table, but like not here. I think we really hit the ground running from like episode 1, like even in session 0, like it was just immediate. And that's kind of just like a compliment to everyone in general here. I think we had an absolute all-star cast where just everyone was their characters anytime we entered into the Rat Studio that I named it in my Riverside. And it was just, I got to look forward to this every Sunday for a month or 2 of my life, and I miss it dearly. So thank you, Grant, for allowing this silly little idea that was born in a truly cursed Discord call at like 3 a.m. And it was just, oh my God. I'm so happy that this series happened and that I got to tell it with these people. Yeah, Kendo, what the fuck? You're so cool.
The 2 things to take away from this series is fuck the lore and Kendo is so cool.
She's right. She's objectively correct.
It's just a fact.
Yeah. But yeah, these are going to be very brief. You will all get like a lot of messages a lot. My dog is scratching at his bowl and I hear him bringing it around. So I'm going to rapid fire right now. Freddie, I don't know how you do old man voice, but you do it really, really well. And my little breadcrumb, excuse you, like my little breadcrumb plays on repeat in my head all the time. Anyway, okay, rapid fire. I'm just gonna go around in a circle. Gina, you are one of the best scene partners I have ever had in the TTRPG space. Like, get like Carmen Pidge. I could talk about Carmen Pidge to anyone that will listen. In fact, even people that like. So fun. I was actually like cutting my friend's hair the other day, and they were sitting down. I was like, "You are not allowed to move because you're going to listen to this entire scene." And it was very fun. I got to enjoy it very much. Abby. Me, more projects now. Gimme.
Ow! Thrillers, we're gonna go to the park and run around. Ow!
Gimme.
I'm a hound dog. Ow!
More, please. That also goes for you too, Rosie. You are an incredible dramaturge. As everyone else has said, this couldn't happen without you, and you knocked it out of the park. All of the sheets you did for everyone, like, so fucking cool. I don't know if anyone mentioned it, but Rosie made an entire like Google form questionnaire that everyone filled out for Rosie to custom build everyone's sheets for them. What the fuck? I've never experienced that before. Insanity. Really, really cool. The level of care Zoop puts into her characters time and time again is just beautiful to see. I love when people put parts of themselves into their characters, especially their culture, and getting to learn about that at a table is just so fucking cool. And I love it. Mwah. Mwah. Grant, fuck you. I love you. You're amazing. You did a great job at GMing a system you don't know. And you were so hard on yourself, and for what? Everyone loves this series, and you did such a good job with the soundscaping, the sound design, everything. You did good, kid. And happy early birthday, Grant!
Thanks.
And we had an amazing artist to make all of our hot rats. So shout out to Senzi. Senzi03 on Instagram.
Senzi, my beloved, who I have asked her to illustrate literally every moment of my life and every character I've ever played. So everyone should commission her for artwork and just general art. Just pay her. Just send her money.
Just pay her.
All of your money.
She's going to college. Just give her money.
All right. And like I said, you'll get more in-depth things from me. I just need to speed run because
we
there are
have
sounds of crime coming from
been,
my
been
living
along
room.
for quite a while, and I appreciate all of you. I have said it 1,000 times, so I'll just say it 1,001 again. I am always grateful that anyone does Game Master Monday. This show started off with me begging my local actor friends to come to my house, and now I get to hang out with all of you. Literally, we're about to hit our 4th year doing this in October, and this has been, fuck it, I'll say it, my favorite miniseries so far. This has been my very favorite. I got to make it with so many of my favorite people and performers, and I got to make it alongside one of my dearest friends in the space as a co-writer, and I have been very reflective during this time and just very grateful for how far we've come that we're able to do shit like this. I think Sean from Help Action Needed said it best when I sent him the premise for what Rat City would be, knowing full well that all he really knew about it was born out of Jenna and I making jizz jokes at 3 a.m. and then her coming up with a really funny Vampire the Masquerade pun. But Grant, how do those two connect? I wish I could tell you. I do not remember. But the thing Sean told me when I showed him the premise for what Rat City by Night is this has no business being as good as it's going to be. And you all showed up and proved that time and time again. Rosie and I joked every dramaturgy meeting that VTM fans are either going to love or hate this. And it has been universal love, not a single complaint. The only VTM heads who've complained about the VTM parts of Rat City are me and Rosie, wishing we could do like make an adjustment or a tweak here or there, but it's been a real joy
My
to
complaint
make
is just
this.
we needed more time because there's things that I would have made you roll for that would have unlocked entire subplots.
Clearly, the
but
thing we
didn't
should have done
time.
was give Game Master Monday to Taz and Zoop permanently, and then made this for the rest of our lives. But oh well, here we are. And the note I want to end on is, you always hope that the next thing you do will be the best thing you do, and I feel that way for Rat City. And you all seem to agree because I spent a good chunk of my afternoon tracking down every analytics app I have to find the numbers on Rat City. And I can pretty confidently say that not only is Rat City our most streamed thing ever, series-wise, with the largest retention we've had across episodes, but adding up all of the different streams across all the different podcast apps that I have access to, Rat City eclipsed 1,000 plays across the board, and that's more than we've ever seen at GMM for any of our series, even the good ones. They're all good. So that's thanks to you all here. That's thanks to Senzi making your rats all hot. the one direction everyone gave that poor girl, make them hot, please. Thank you to you, audience, for sticking around here with us. And just to give a shout out for our stream here tonight, everyone in the chat say thank you to Onduin over at Roll D5, who graciously, selflessly volunteered to help run this tonight.
Thank you,
Last
On.
fucking
You're
minute.
beautiful
We
and
love you.
wonderful.
On, I'm sending you a big old grandma kiss right on the forehead. Mwah!
Grant, can I say the thing that for those who stick around to the very end of this can look forward to? Can I say the thing?
Oh, yes. If you've been a fan of Rat
Okay.
City, then Rosie has some exciting announcements for you.
Let me pull up the specific date because for one night only, I'm doing some streams on the Game Master Monday Twitch channel during September because I do a fundraiser for my birthday every year, and Grant gave me the audacity to actually organize proper fundraiser streams for it rather than just shouting it out in streams that I was already going to be doing anyway. So we will be doing an official Rosie birthday month on the Game Master Monday Twitch every Wednesday in September. There will be a different stream, and one of them specifically Wednesday, September 23rd. It is the 4th Wednesday in September out of 5. we'll be having Rat City for a night. Not GM'd by Grant, but we do have 2 returning players. Abby and Jenna will be there, reprising their characters with a new GM. My beautiful, wonderful storyteller, Tasha, who taught me how to play Vampire the Masquerade, introduced me to the world, introduced me to all of it, is going to be coming and GMing, and we're bringing in a couple new guest players. I don't know, should I say who they are? Should I say who they are?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, it's Alyssa, Disaster Queer, who has been one of our greatest supporters and fans this entire time. Very excited for them to be in the room with the lesbians. And my beautiful friend Blackwell, Everyman, who it's going to be his first time playing Vampire as well, as far as I know, if I recall correctly. And we're just throwing him in with Rats. He hadn't listened to a single episode of Rat City, and I was like, hey, how do you feel about rat body horror? And he was like, I'm down. And I'm like, cool, join this group chat. We're putting you in.
That's how we pitched it to Freddie. So I mean, we're I'm really excited. I'm really excited for those.
I feel like you would pitch the game to me before you knew that you had done that, because to me, the pitch for the game was us getting drunk at Gen Con screaming about rats. And then you said, hey, we're doing a show. And I was like, yeah, I'm doing that.
I'm absolutely doing that.
And yes, everybody here, you are troopers. The final question is no joke. The final question is hard to sit through.
It's an hour. So I'm gonna blast past this really quick.
Our producer has a cat.
Everyone follow the amazing
Baby.
people you see on screen. Normally we let them yap about their projects, but everyone is so eepy. So just go type their fucking names in, they'll pop up. Freddy's great in Error 313. Gina's on like fucking like Godkiller and Afterlight and other shit. Jenna's doing a great Strahd campaign. Kendo makes Tales Yet Told. Abby's fucking in every show, all of them. I checked every goddamn show. Go watch, if you want to see Vampire the Masquerade played correctly and cool, go watch Rosie on Sanguine Scourge. On Makes Roll D5, go support their network. And say thank you for producing for us. Game Master Monday. Just to beat this really quickly, I'm gonna punch a little thing in the chat here for y'all, so you have this. But starting next Wednesday, a week from this very moment, unless you're on the East Coast, and in 6 days, we will be starting season 4 of Castaway. We're going to be playing Castaway, our survival competition reality actual play for charity. Season 4 takes place on Castaway the Woods, benefiting the National Immigration Law Defense Center. We're very excited. If you've enjoyed seeing Gina's face on your screen, Gina's going to be on Castaway 4, and tonight's producer On is going to be on Castaway 4, as well as just 10 of the very best in the biz, baby, competing to see who'll be the last person standing, who wins a fake $1 million, and my undying respect. Some of them may die, and that's worth it to me. So come check that out next week. On just made a face at me. Come check that out next week here on the Twitch, starting at 7 p.m. Pacific time. I have posted the Tiltify link in our chat because donations are opening today. You can already start donating +1s to your favorite castaways. If you go to Game Master Monday on all socials, almost all socials, you will see some character bios. The final one is going up tomorrow, and a little extra something special might be releasing tonight at midnight, wherever you enjoy podcasts. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for
What
that.
is it?
Oh,
What is
just
it,
Grant,
What is it, Grant?
Can you tell
Yeah,
us?
what is it?
oh, just
You know
just
what?
some,
What is it,
just
Grant?
some,
What is it?
just
We
some
threatened
words.
with an knife
What is
rat.
it, Grant?
What
Just
if
some
you just told
words
us
from
what
the
it is? What
shadows.
if you just told us?
What is it, Grant?
What
She
if we
answered
asked
really
the pitch
nicely.
voice? Can you
Hey,
really say no
Grant,
to
I think it
pitch?
would be really cool if you told us exactly what it is that's
Listen,
releasing
it's
at
not a big
midnight.
deal. It's just some words from the
It
shadows.
sounds kind of like a big deal.
In case you were curious of the inner machinations and workings of Shadowy Productions, maybe we're going to be
Inner machinations.
sharing.
Oh,
Some
I
of
fucking know. I
those.
fucking know what it is. I know what it is.
I
But
would
Grant,
hope so.
You should
Shout
tell
out to the
Gina. You should
Carmela
tell Gina.
voice.
Yeah.
In the machinations.
1-2
For
punch,
those on your
baby.
bingo
1-2
card, it took
punch.
Jenna
Let's go.
about 2
Serious.
hours
No,
and
I
39
read-
minutes.
I'm your sire. You must tell. You must tell. I'm your sire. You know
I
this.
literally,
Oh.
I just did. I literally just told you. Like the thing I just said. That's what
we
it
need
is.
we need to release on from this prison that we have put them in.
Yes. Everyone, thank you for listening to Rat City by Night. This is normally I say this is the end of our story, but the story will continue. I just won't be telling it. And I highly encourage all of you, if you're fans of
False.
Vampire the Masquerade and ripping things apart or funny little animals, make your own little animal cities and see what kind of shenanigans you get into. And if you have questions, ask Rosie. I don't know shit. But that is Game Master Mondays, Rat City by Night, the official. And everyone wave to the camera. We will see you all next week for Castaway the Woods.
And
Bye-bye,
season 2
everyone.
and all the other seasons, and then the movie of Rat City. Goodbye.
Go Pit.